You're listening to MyFM 101.3's coverage of high school football, brought to you by Milford Federal Bank, Joseph and Thomas Opticians, Milford Regional UMass Memorial Health, Crystal Pool and Spa, The Embroidery Bar in Milford, All Temp System, Milford Hardwood, Oliva's Market Catering and Gourmet Gift Shop, Peppercini's, Wink Salon and Spa, ABC Air Heating and Cooling, Milford Tire Service, Southwick Zoo, American Climbers, GNC Plumbing and Heating, Flood Fire Pro, Modern Design and Build, and Milford Nissan and Milford Nissan Collision Center. Now down to the field for high school football.
Welcome on in to Nipmuc High School for high school football here today on MyFM 101.3 between King Philip and Milford. I'm Dylan Patemery, alongside me, Joe Rice. Joe, it is a beautiful day for football. Milford back after the bye week. Welcome into the Joseph and Thomas Opticians pregame show, brought to you today by Joseph and Thomas Opticians, providers of vision care and I can't speak right now. I've got a whole
we've had to juggle around a lot.
Optometry services, including eyeglasses and frames. Joe, as mentioned, Milford coming off a bye week and facing a very tough King Philip team.
Yeah, they certainly are a tough opponent. They've had a very dominant year all around. King Philip, one of the best teams in the entire state. Milford's true, genuine test of the season will come tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Coming up against 6-0 Milford, or 6-0 Nipmuc, or
King Philip, there you go.
I'm just messed up. The green is what was killing me. I feel like I had a bye week as well. There's also this PA guy screaming in our ear. We're not in the most promising position here.
We've gotten moved a couple times too, so
we've been maneuvered around. We're right underneath the PA system, but we're gonna make it work as we always do here on MyFM. Milford's gonna have a really tough competition. As mentioned, KP is number 1 in Division 3. Milford's not too far behind at number 8 at 4-2.
Yeah, Milford's gotta find a way to win one of these last 2 games, in my opinion, Dylan. And if they do find a way to win one of these final 2 games, they will probably have a home game for at least one game. So very important, as last year they had to go on the road a bunch.
Yeah, we got the chance to catch up with Coach Olson right before the game, so we're going to go ahead and shoot it to that, our coach's interview with Coach Olson.
Coach, you guys got a win right before the bye week. How important was it for you guys to get a victory against Albro?
It's huge, right? Solidified us going to the playoffs for whatever it is, 5th straight year. So it was huge.
And in that bye week, what was kind of the focus for your team to work on?
Getting healthy, right? We're still not healthy, but getting a lot of reps in fundamentals. We started 3 freshmen against Attleboro, so those guys need reps.
And coming up against KP, what are the keys to getting the victory in today's game?
Every year with KP, it's tackling and toughness, right? If we tackle and we're tough out there, we'll be right with KP tonight.
All right, sound good. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
So that was Coach Olson in our pregame, and as mentioned in the bye week, there wasn't necessarily a whole lot of adjustments going on, but rather just trying to get this team healthy, Joe.
Yeah, they've been banged up all year, Dylan, and they've had a lot of their skill position players go down quickly. Jason Stokes was one of those names that was very important to Milford early in the season. We'll see if that bye week helps them kind of right the ship a little bit with the skill position area.
Yeah, it's not going to be an easy last 2 games going up against KP and then having to face Franklin next week. Obviously, you mentioned they're trying to get that home field advantage, at least for week number 1. It's the top 16 teams that make it, and they're just about clinging on to the number 8 position for the time being.
Yeah, I mean, they got to win one of these last 2 games in order to be close to at least guaranteeing a home game, and we'll see if tonight they're up for the task. It's probably their biggest task of the entire year.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, too, if you can't hear. I'm not sure how much of the PA guy is being picked
probably
up
a lot
versus us, but it is senior night here as well, so a very big night for KP, but a chance to play spoiler, though, here for the Scarlet Hawks.
Yeah, and they got to show up ready to go. Obviously, it helps getting the bye week. You have an extra week to prepare for this game.
Yeah, for sure, and I mean, this is a Milford team that we've mentioned many times. They're a very young Milford team, and they've had some issues. What are some of the issues you look for them to need to address today in order to get the win?
Well, they got to minimize turnovers. They've turned the ball over every time I've broadcasted a game, and whether it's interceptions or fumbles, they got to lower that amount against a team like this. They got to play nearly perfect football tonight if they want to come out with a victory.
Yeah, and the other thing we've seen them struggle against very strong teams is putting the ball in the end zone. I mean, up against Natick, who is our common denominator of this game, because Milford obviously struggled after getting the first touchdown against Natick. King Philip beat a strong Natick team 23-21. That kind of shows the difference in where the teams are at this stage in the season. Yeah,
and obviously Natick's a very, very formidable opponent, and Milford just wasn't ready at that time. We'll see if they're more ready to go against a team like KP tonight.
All right, well, still some festivities going on, but we're going to go ahead and step away for a quick second. But when we come back, we'll get you all more and kickoff when we come back on MyFM 101.3.
This is Paul Serpine. If you're a regular MyFM listener, you know me as the voice of Claflin Hill Symphony Orchestra, the guy who gets to stand in front of some of the best musicians in the region, wave a stick at them, and magically amazing music pours out. When I'm in front of our orchestra, I'm in my element. But when I'm in front of my oil burner at 4:30 in the morning with no heat, I'm as useful as a 6-month-old baby. I made a call to Jeffrey Mushnick and his orchestra over at Medway Oil and Propane, and what a performance by Jeffrey and his skilled technicians. Medway Oil and Propane.
In the heart of Mendon, a world of luxury awaits. At Wink Salon and Spa, every visit is a moment of indulgence, designed just for you. From rejuvenating facials and soothing massages to expert hairstyling and wellness treatments, our experienced staff is here to evaluate your self-care routine. Whether you're prepping for a special event or simply craving calm, Wink Salon and Spa has got you covered. Visit winksalonspa.com or call today to book your appointment. Wink Salon and Spa, Mendon's premier beauty destination.
We can do amazing things when we work together. That's why at Charles River Bank, we're passionate about lending a hand to help businesses of all sizes grow. From lines of credit and term loans to commercial mortgages, we offer a range of powerful lending solutions, as well as local decision-making, guidance, and support from lenders who measure their success by helping you achieve yours. Charles River Bank, personal connections, powerful solutions.
Are you looking for custom apparel that stands out? The Embroidery Bar in Milford is the place for businesses, families, schools, and teams who want to look sharp. Local and dependable, they've got everything from tees and jackets to cups and unique gifts.
I'm Anthony, co-owner of the Embroidery Bar. Whatever you need, embroidery, printing, or custom gear, we'll make it happen. We're here for our community, and we're ready to work with you.
Stop by the Embroidery Bar at 208 Main Street, 2nd floor, right here in Milford. Or you can visit them online at theembroidery-bar.com. The Embroidery Bar in Milford, the local go-to for looking your best.
Back in here at Nipmuc High School as we are getting ready for the opening coin toss as the Nipmuc team, or I keep saying Nipmuc because I'm seeing green, and they're both called the Warriors as well. The KP has come out as their entrance, the Milford Scarlet Hawks. We're going to go ahead and get into the Embroidery Bar colors of the game. Tonight's colors of the game are brought to you by the Embroidery Bar in Milford, your local custom embroidery and t-shirt design shop in Milford. Starting with the away Milford Scarlet Hawks, who are rocking their road whites with the obviously white helmet and the Scarlet Hawk on the side of the helmet with the white jersey with the red numbers and the white pants. On the opposite side, we've got the KP Warriors, who resemble somewhat of the Green Bay Packers with the yellow helmet, with the green jersey with the yellow shoulder stripes, yellow numbers, and the yellow pants, as the captains will march their way out for today's opening coin toss. The captains for KP, looking to get the numbers. Number 33, Kyle Danton, or actually I think they have them nice and bolded for us. So Talon King, number 28, number 5, Brody McDonald, number 35, Ryan Greenwood, number 65, Nathan Christie, and 66, Liam King. For the Scarlet Hawks out there right now is number 42, Dylan Burns, number 3, Jason Stokes, who is undressed, and number 5, Garen Fraunfelter. Good to see he's back, actually.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign. We know he was knocked out. And number 7, Ryan Burns, unfortunately, though, is not dressed either for tonight.
Yeah, so obviously that bye week not doing a ton for them injuries-wise. You were hoping to get some bodies back, or at least I was. But it doesn't look like we're getting many more reinforcements. I know you mentioned Fraunfelter was one of them.
Yeah, so good to see him out there as the ref is just going over, showing him that, hey, this side's heads, this side's tails.
As if they don't know.
As if they don't know, but you got to do it just to be safe. Sometimes it's a different coin. Milford has won the toss, and they elected to receive, it looked like. At least that's what it seems like they were motioning. We'll see. I know they won the coin toss. They're saying Milford did elect to receive.
Yeah, they've done that a few times this season, Dylan, and they always want to go out and make the first punch.
Well, and that's the thing, right? Especially against a strong KP team, you want to go out there and you don't want to let them establish the game and dictate the game. You want to try and do that yourself, especially on the road, as all the teams come out and get together as we get ready for what I would assume the national anthem to ensue.
Cheer for your team.
As we're just going over the rules about what the fans can or cannot do. It looks like KP is honoring Breast Cancer Awareness Month with the fan base decked out in pink, and we're going to have the national anthem, so we're going to go ahead and listen on in to that right now. Well, we are ready. The national anthem has been played. Now we give you our all-temp system game time and temp, as currently the temperature right now outside is 50 degrees here in Rentham. The game time is 6:02 as KP is getting ready to kick off. They will be kicking off from right to left to start today. Milford will be receiving, going from left to right. Deep to return for the Milford team will be number 7, Eli Rosenberg, and number 34, Ryan Atherton. As KP is getting ready, looks like their kicker is going to be number 16, Nathan Crowley, the junior. And we are just about underway, as it's a very nice fall evening so far. We'll see how low the temperatures do indeed drop as KP is ready, set up in kickoff formation. Crowley checks both sides, and we are underway for the Milford Hardwood kickoff. It's received right around the 10-yard line by Ryan Atherton, who brings it up towards the near sideline. There's a couple of KP players over there and eventually tearing him down to the ground just at the 24-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for Milford.
Yeah, we'll see how the Milford offense comes out. Obviously, they've had a couple of weeks to think about their first play against King Philip.
So first and 10, we'll see whether they try and stick with the ground game that has worked sometimes for them. It's been an on and off relationship with that running game so far.
It certainly has been.
In the backfield is going to be Eli Rosenberg right on next to the quarterback Lacerbo. They're going to shift over both to the right side. It's a very closed formation. They're going to pitch it to Rosenberg. Flags fly right off the snap, and bullying along for a gain of 3. We'll see what the flag is.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be on that motion.
Yeah, 2, it looked like tight ends shifted for the Milford team. So either maybe somewhat of a illegal formation or illegal shift could be the call, as it's being explained to Coach Olson by one of the referees. We'll see what the official call is here, as there's been nothing officially stated yet, but we know it's going against Milford.
And there we have it. That will be
That's illegal formation.
an illegal formation.
So not the start you really want. And I believe it will be 5 yards if I'm not.
Yeah.
And now they'll finally. It took them a long time to step it off.
So they had 2 weeks to prepare, and they get penalized on the first play. Not a good start for Milford.
So it's going to be 1st and 15 from the 19-yard line right now. Wide receivers split to either side. Ball on the near side hash. Rosenberg, who's in the backfield, now motioned out towards the near side. Now they're going to swing man across. It's Brentello. He's going to come back around. He's going to take it towards the far side and tries to push his way through, but he's met right around the line of scrimmage. Gets a gain, though, of about 3.
Yeah, so kind of just an end-around misdirection, I guess you could say, as it looks like he's going one way towards the right side. He kicks back to the left side. Nice job by the King Philip defense to stack him up quickly, though.
So it'll bring up, we'll call it 2nd and 12. Ball spotted right around the 22-yard line. We'll see if they choose to go with the air game now as Milford breaks the huddle. And they're going to come out once again. Rosenberg in the backfield with Lacerbo on his right hip. Now they're going to push both tight ends out as wide receiver and double stack on either side. They're going to go with the screenplay to the far side. That's caught, and chugging his way along with a couple of yards on the screenplay was Finnemore.
Seen a lot of movement so far early in this game for Milford. Maybe they're just trying to get that King Philip defense to move themselves. This one was a nice screen pass that time, quickly getting it out of his hands as Lacerbo and over to Finnemore. It makes it a manageable 3rd down here.
Yeah, so 3rd down, ball is going to be spotted on the 27-yard line. The line to gain is right about the 35. They'll quickly sprint out the huddle. Again, in the backfield is Rosenberg with Lacerbo. Wide receivers on either side, ball on the far side hash. Now Rosenberg motioned out towards the near side. Lacerbo all alone in the gun, and now I believe we are going to get a timeout call.
We are.
So timeout called by Milford, 9:57 left to go in this first quarter, still 0-0 on the first drive on my FM 101.3.
Do you want your business, team, or family to look their best? Head to the Embroidery Bar in Milford, your local shop for custom embroidery and t-shirt design. From shirts to hats, cups to flasks, if you can dream it, they can stitch it.
I'm John, co-owner of the Embroidery Bar. We're right here in Milford, and we love helping local schools, teams, and businesses show off their pride. Big or small, we've got you covered.
Stop by the Embroidery Bar at 208 Main Street, 2nd floor, right here in Milford. Or you can visit them online at theembroidery-bar.com. The Embroidery Bar in Milford, the local go-to for looking your best.
Back at Nipmuc High School here as we get ready for a big 3rd down for this Milford Scarlet Hawks team on their opening possession. They come out the huddle. Again, it's a very bunched formation with 2 wide receivers split either side. Rosenberg in the backfield, dropping back to passes. Lacerbo for the first time. He's going to look in. It's almost picked off, and actually having to play defense on the near side was Finnemore.
Yeah, Lacerbo has an empty pocket this time, plenty of time to pass. He quickly gets rid of the football. Good defensive play right there by the cornerback. Finnemore does a good job batting it out of the cornerback's hands, who had, if he made that catch, the entire field.
For sure, so it is going to bring out the punting unit. Buentello, the punter for the Scarlet Hawks. Deep to return for KP. They drop 2 guys. That looks like number 4, Keegan Canto-Osorio and Brody McDonald. Buentello ready for the snap for the punt. Snap is off. The punt is pretty decent. It's a high-flying ball towards the 45-yard line where it's dropped at first and falling down, and Milford's claiming they've got it. And I believe they do. It was muffed by Brody McDonald, And coming away with the ball is the Scarlet Hawks. They're going to have great field position here.
Yeah, Milford gets a break that time. Looked like a very catchable ball that time on a punt. Maybe he was looking up the field a little too quickly to field that football, and maybe he just wanted a big return, but you got to catch that football first. Milford with the first turnover of the day.
Yeah, so I thought that maybe with how high it was punted and how quickly Milford was getting downfield, they were just going to go with the fair catch.
Yeah.
And looked like he was trying to get extra yards, McDonald, and I think you were right. He started looking downfield before that ball was in his hands, and it quickly dropped, but good job by the Scarlet Hawks jumping on top of it. Now they got to take advantage.
Now you have to score. So you have to get points.
Ball is going to be on the KP 46-yard line. Again, just one running back, and now, again, shifting the formation completely. Now setting up 2 tight ends on the near side with a wide receiver. Deep is Rosenberg. They're going to toss it to the near side. Ball's on the ground, and they give it straight back up. The toss never makes it into the hands of Rosenberg. It hits off of them, and KP takes the ball right back.
I think that was going to be a trick play, Dylan, because the way that Rosenberg took that football, it looked like he was ready to throw the ball. But you have to catch the ball first, like we just said. And it's a big turnover, and Milford gets the first turnover, but they can't take advantage.
Yeah, so with unable to take advantage, giving it right back on the first play, now we can officially see the KP offense for the first time today, and they're going to look to take advantage of that and shift the momentum right back their way.
Yeah, that's a backbreaker for Milford. You finally get a break, and you can't do anything with it.
Going underneath center is going to be Gebhard, the quarterback. It's a closed bunch formation. They're going to give it to one of the fullbacks or upbacks, whatever you want to call it in that formation. It's going to be a good gain of about 5. The ball carrier right there was number 35, Ryan Greenwood.
Yeah, and King Philip is going to run this formation all day. They love to run the full house set, and they're going to challenge you to be more physical at the point of attack. And a lot of teams can't be. So we'll see if Milford can step up to the task.
Well, here they come again in a full house. This time it's I formation with a back off of the second back next to them. Underneath center once again. They're going to give it to the halfback who sprints his way and gets a first down. That was Keegan Canto Osorio, excuse me.
And this is the way that King Philip wants to play football. Quickly to the huddle. Back right to the full house set.
On the carry for King Philip.
They're going to try to get 5 yards and a cloud of dust every single time.
Ball's now quickly on the 39 of Milford. Ball closer to the near side hash as they break out of the huddle. This time they're going to go I formation, wide receiver on the far side. Again, underneath center is Gebhard. Gebhard gets a snap. He's going to hand the ball off. And met right after a gain of 1, and being pulled down are the Warriors.
Yeah, it didn't look like the King Philip running back that time really hit the hole too hard. Milford does a good job stacking up the hole. Nice job plugging up the hole.
Yeah, it was Talon King. Looks like they're not afraid to switch out their running backs. And I'm going to see lots and lots of rotation. It did look like he didn't hit the hole really at all. He kind of just slowly walked his way to it.
Still able to get a couple.
It'll bring up a 2nd and 8. Ball smack dab in the middle of the 2 hashes. Back to the full house set. The furthest back is Canto Osorio. Gebhard gets a snap. He's going to pitch it over to Canto Osorio, who bounces his way back inwards. Gets a gain of maybe 2.
Another nice stop right there from the Milford defense. It's the first time that King Philip has tried to run it outside of the tackles, and Milford was ready to go.
So it's going to be a 3rd down now. Call it 3rd and 7. Ball spotted right on the 35-yard line as the sun continues to set off in the skyline behind the trees. Here, a beautiful backdrop for some high school football on Friday night. We thank you all for joining us and tuning in. KP set up in I formation, switch the tight end to the opposite side. Now motion the wide receiver from the near side far side towards the near. They're going to fake the handoff, going to look to throw it, and a good defensive play as a man was wide open for a first down and swatted down by Rodriguez.
Yeah, great defensive play that time by Rodriguez. It looked like the wide receiver, as you mentioned, Dylan, was wide open. It was a nice play-action fake by King Philip, but Milford was warm to the task. We'll see what they do here on 4th down.
Well, you're on the 35-yard line, and unless you've got one heck of a kicker.
True.
Even for the NFL, this would be a tough kick. It would be a 52-yarder. So I don't think we're going to see anyone trotting out for that. They're going to go for it on 4th and 6. But first, we're going to get a timeout called by KP. We'll be right back. 6:41 left to go in the game. 0-0 the score on MyFM 101.3.
There are a lot of things that keep you up at night. Fortunately, there's one thing you'll never have to worry about: the security of your hard-earned money at Charles River Bank. When you bank with us, your deposits are insured in full through a combination of coverage from the FDIC and Depositors Insurance Fund of Massachusetts. So you can sleep better at night knowing Charles River Bank has got you and your money well covered. Charles River Bank. Personal connections, powerful solutions. Member FDIC, DIF.
Back here at Nipmuc High School, Dylan Patemry alongside me, Joe Rice, and Steve Watson's also here out somewhere, and he's feeding us stats live. This one's not a pretty stat, though. He said that's the 3rd time in the last 4 matchups against KP that the first offensive snap has been a penalty.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So they're going to line up now. Chance to redeem themselves after giving up the fumble. It's 4th and 6. Lined up in the I formation is the Warriors, as they're going to pitch it and go with the run play up the middle and hoping to stuff him. They hold him. Letting the play keep on going as they keep pushing and eventually get the first down. And they do.
Yeah, Milford had him wrapped up for a few seconds, but the physicality of King Phillip proves to be the difference maker on that 4th down play. What would have been a stop of about 2 yards to turn the ball over on downs, ends up a gain of 9. And I can tell from the sideline, Coach Olson's not too happy with the referees. He thought that play should have been blown dead.
Well, and that's kind of what I was thinking too, Joe. I thought that the forward progress had stopped at one point, and they just kind of kept the play keep going. And, I mean, it's understandable, but at the same time, you got to put that guy on the ground if you want to have it be true. So
that or drive him backwards.
So it's going to be 1st and 10. Ball spotted right at the 26-yard line. In the full house formation is KP. They're going to give it to one of the halfbacks, and he's going to go for a gain of about 3 yards. Ground and pound is the dream for KP.
I will say, Milford's had their opportunities in this game to kind of change the tides, but they haven't taken it. Obviously, they had the turnover on the first drive after they went 3 and out. Next play, turnover. They just had a stop on 4th down as well if they just continued to play through that play.
Gain of about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Ball spotted on the 22-yard line on the far side hash. Lined up in the full house formation again is KP. Underneath center is Gebhard. He's going to run out and give the handoff, and pushing his way and getting the first down on the carry right there was King.
Yeah, just a run to the left side that time, a gaping wide hole. King pushes his way past the first down markers, and King Phillip is clearly on the march.
So the ball will be spotted right on the 13-yard line after that nice gain from King. Ball will be spotted on the near side hash as KP goes to the huddle. And now in the red zone, Milford's going to have a tough time as they got to stop this team and keep points off the board. KP breaks the huddle again. Gebhard underneath center with the halfback as Canto Osorio. Gebhard under center gets the snap. He's going to give it to Canto Osorio, who bounces to the right side, and he's met for a gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Joe Milford's done a good job a couple of these times meeting them right around the line of scrimmage, but at other times KP's been able to find that hole.
Yeah, it seems like it's one of those things where if KP is executing well, it's tough to stop them, but Milford's been warm to the task for the most part. They should be off the field right now. I can't stress that enough. But they made enough plays on this drive to get off the field. They just couldn't finish that play on 4th down.
Well, they're going to have to make it 3 more stops if they want to keep KP out of the end zone. It is 2nd and 8. Ball on the 9-yard line. Lined up in the full house formation is KP. They're going to go with the halfback toss to the right, and it's King who gets a couple yards. He's going to work his way to about the 7, it looks like.
Yeah, Milford's defense has done a good job wrapping up the tailbacks. Not a lot of second opportunities for these
And
King
number
Phillip
51,
runners. It's
Carlos
just the pure
Santos.
strength of KP that is getting the
Third
extra
down,
yardage.
King Phillip.
Well, it looks like that was actually a gain of nothing. You'll have to excuse me from the angle that we're currently at. We're standing in the stands like everyone else is. I'm actually pushed up against the fence. Joe's actually behind me. I can't even see
Directly behind you.
I can't even tell you what Joe is doing right now.
Nothing. Watching the game.
So it's going to be 3rd and 7 now. 3:10 left to go in this first quarter. KP breaks the huddle into the full house. You'll hear me say that multiple times today. As underneath center is Gebber trying to get Milford to jump, and a flag will be thrown.
Looks like we're going to get an encroachment or neutral zone infraction on Milford here.
Yeah, it looks like that was the indication by the near side referee. I can't exactly tell. Again, we weren't right on the angle. The right end for Milford looked like they flinched but didn't go over, so it must have been another player. I don't know. You can tell me what you saw from your vantage point, Joe.
I thought I saw the right end go, to be honest.
So that's going to put it at 3rd and 2 now. An even tougher stop. Still in the full house formation. KP is ready underneath center. They're going to get the snap, go with the QB sneak, and trying to pull them back, and it looks like they're not going to have enough.
It's close. It's tough from our vantage point to tell, but it is close.
Tackle by number 6, Ethan Charzenko.
And they're going to give it to them.
Yeah, so thought maybe Charzenko had him down a little bit before the line to gain, but obviously not. That would have been tough to stop them on 4th down anyway, in my opinion.
Yeah, Charzenko did a good job trying to wrap him up and pull him backwards, but he was just able to fall forward. So it's going to be 1st and goal, ball spotted on the 8-yard line. Or excuse me, not the 8-yard line, the 3-yard line. The board said 3. As they're lined up in the I formation goal line. As they motion man across, they're going to give it to Canto Osorio, but a good tackle in the backfield right there. That was number 72, John Rainey.
Yeah, great play right there by Rainey. He just broke right through the middle of that offensive line and brought him down behind the line. Those are the types of plays you're going to need from your Milford front if you're going to make a huge stop here.
So a big tackle right there, actually pushing them back. First time they've been able to tackle them for a loss today. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal, ball still on the 4-yard line. KP is going to go back to the full house formation.
You know what's coming.
And they're going to give it to one of the halfbacks going through who pushes his way, and they're signaling KP touchdown, and it is. It looks like that was, I'm trying to work out.
I believe it was 35, Dylan, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what I thought I had too. Number 35 right there, Ryan Greenwood finds the end zone, and KP takes the lead 6-0 with 1:24
That's a King Phillip touchdown
in the first quarter.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, they challenge you to make a stop, and it's so hard to stop this physical King Phillip team. Milford unable to do so. It looked like for a moment they had him stopped on 4th down.
It'll be the kicker, Nathan Crowley. Snap is up, kick is down, and good.
Kick is good.
It just squeaks its way through, so it's 7-0 with 1:24 left to go in the first quarter right here on My FM 101.3.
At Imperial Cars, we're proud to support our local schools by contributing a portion of our business proceeds to purchase notebooks, binders, pens, pencils, crayons, markers, and other classroom essentials. Our Crayon the Van initiative is providing hundreds of local students and teachers with the school supplies and classroom supplies they need for a strong start to the school year. Because every student deserves a strong start. For over 30 years, Imperial Cars has been getting your family safely down the road and driving community impact.
Back here at Nipmuc High School, or I keep saying Nipmuc.
King Phillip.
King Phillip. I did too many Nipmuc games now. Steve's confused me. Back here at KP High School, as KP is currently leading 7-0 after they score on their first official offensive possession. As the kick is down to Ryan Atherton at the 7-yard line, he's going to sprint across towards the near side, trying to find a hole. He goes towards the 25 where he's tackled down, and Milford is going to get what's technically their third offensive possession. But the second one, they kind of want to forget about that.
They want to forget about both, in all honesty. The first play of the first drive was a 5-yard penalty, drew them back, and they couldn't recover. They get the muff punt, one play, turnover immediately. So we will see what Milford can do offensively after KP dominated the time of possession of this first quarter.
So Milford is going to be spotted right at the 27-yard line on the near side hash. Again, they're going from left to right. Only a minute 16 left in the first quarter. Lots of time was taken off the clock by KP running the ball. Lined up in the shotgun is going to be Lacerbo. Once again, we're going to get some motion. We're now going to have trips on the far side. One wide receiver on the near, Rosenberg in the backfield. He's going to now be motioned out. They're going to fake the screen pass, and tucking it himself is Lacerbo. Not sure if that was designed or not, but he's going to get a gain of about 3.
I actually do believe that was a designed play of fake one way, and Lacerbo was supposed to run through that hole. Unfortunately for Lacerbo, he lost his footing. I think he had a couple more yards if he didn't.
So a gain of, we'll call it 3. Ball is going to be spotted just shy of the 30-yard line.
So all things considered, considering he fell, still get a few yards. Decent start. Better than a turnover or a penalty, that's for sure.
So it'll be 2nd and 7 with 35 seconds and ticking left in this first quarter. They're going to motion Rosenberg out. In the shotgun is Lacerbo. 2 wide receivers on the far side and 2 on the near now. Motions Brentello across, and now they're going to fake the handoff, and it's actually going to drop. Lacerbo's going to pick it up and fall in the backfield. Once again, I think some miscommunication there.
Yeah, again, just a disastrous start here for the Milford offense. This time, no different. It looked like Lacerbo was trying to give it to the man in motion, but they both just aren't on the same page, and that's happened quite a few times here in this first quarter.
So it's going to be 3rd down when we get back, because the first quarter has officially ended. King Philip winning 7-0. As we head into the second quarter, we'll be right back on MyFM 101.3.
It's been said that the most important things in life are the connections you make with others. At Charles River Bank, you'll find not just the powerful solutions you need for managing your money, including paying your bills, handling your day-to-day expenses, and planning for the future, but also the personal connections you can count on from neighbors you know and who are always willing to lend a hand. Stop in or visit us online at charlesriverbank.com to learn more. Charles River Bank, personal connections, powerful solutions. Member FDIC, DIF.
This broadcast of Milford Legion Baseball is being brought to you in part by Oliva's Market, Catering, and Gourmet Gift Shop, providing quality products and exceptional service to the greater Milford community. Oliva's will make your party one your guest will never forget. Whatever your special occasion may be, a stop at Oliva's Market, Catering, and Gourmet Gift Shop is a must. Try Oliva's homemade sausage. Oliva's Market, Catering, and Gourmet Gift Shop, the freshest cold cuts in town.
Here at King Philip High School, here in Rentham, as it is nighttime officially as the sun has set. The dark skies are coming, and it's second quarter action. Dylan Penry here, along with Joe Rice, as Milford is getting ready for a big 3rd down.
Yeah, and Milford's beating themselves right now. They just have to play a cleaner game here as we begin this second quarter.
So they're lined up in the shotgun formation. Lacerbo there with Rosenberg now motions the man across the formation. Lacerbo is going to roll out towards his right, throws it over there, and connects, and pushing and trying to get towards the first down marker was Charzenko, but he's going to be well shy. And it's going to bring up a 4th down here, maybe about 4 yards to go.
Yeah, and it looks like they are going to bring out the punting unit. I was curious to see if they were going to do so.
4th down, Milford.
It is 4th and about 5. I think this is the smart decision.
So both teams will change their personnel, as it'll be Buentello once again to be the punter. Deep to return for KP is Connor McDonald and Keegan Canto-Osorio. Brentello waiting the snap, gets it, gets the punt off. It's a high one flying towards the 40-yard line. It's going to bounce and downed by Rosenberg, and that's where King Philip is going to take over when we get back. 11-11 left to go in the second quarter on MyFM 101.3.
GNC Plumbing and Heating is proud to support our local football teams and athletes. Just like a strong defense on the field, they're here to keep your home running smoothly. Big enough to tackle any project and small enough to treat you like family. Visit GNCplumbing.com to learn more.
Ball is going to be spotted on the 41-yard line for King Philip as they look to go up 2 scores. Ball on the near side hash. They're going to be lined up in the shotgun for the first time today. Wide receivers on either side of the formation. Cantor Osorio in the backfield with the quarterback Gebhard on his right hip. Gebhard's going to give it to Cantor Osorio, who tries to shove his way through the middle. He's going to get a couple of yards and then pushed all the way back. Forward progress will get him a gain of about 3.
Nice job right there by the Milford front to push them all the way back. That's what you needed on that 4th down play.
Yep, they're not going to make that mistake a second time, Jeff.
Certainly not. They played right through the whistle that time around. I'm not claiming that they didn't on the play, on that 4th down play, but you could tell they made a conscious effort on that 1st down play to drive them backwards.
For sure. Again, 10:40 left to go in this first half. As we look over at the scoreboard, right over by the concession stands, which looks to be crowded with a bunch of young delinquents.
You're not that much older than them, Dylan.
No,
Come on.
I was making a joke. It wasn't too long ago that I was that young delinquent. Lined up in the I formation is KP, and they're going to give the handoff now to the halfback, who bounces his way towards the left side, gets past the line of scrimmage, but only for a gain of about 2 right there for Talon King.
Yeah, Talon King does a good job breaking through a couple tackles. Looked like Milford might have had him stacked up in the backfield, but King gets a couple. So what should have been, 3rd and 9 is now 3rd and 5.
At the bottom of the pile was Nicholas Colazzo, whose helmet actually came off, so I think he was actually forced to come off the field now. As the smoke from the concession stands and the smell is drifting its way over to us. If someone wants to grab us a hot dog or
I'd take that gladly.
Be very nice. As it's going to be a big 3rd down here for KP.
Huge.
And a chance for Milford to come up with a big stop on 3rd and 5.
And this is huge for the Milford defense. You've been on the field a lot in this game. You're going to need to find a way to make a stop.
4 wide receivers set for KP. Cantor Osorio on the right hip of Gebhard. The trip's on the near side. High snap is bobbled, and now Gebhard's going to have to try and run it himself. And he gets met right beyond the line of scrimmage and pulled down. He's going to be shy of about 3 or 4 yards for the first down.
Yeah, it looked like that was a broken play. I think he was actually going to pass that quickly, maybe a screen pass that time. But if I had to guess, King Philip will punt here.
4th down.
Well, let's see. Gebhard is going over there, and he's chatting.
Okay. So chance here for Milford if they do.
Now they're shifting at the punting unit.
This is what I thought. You're in minus territory right now. You're not beyond the 50-yard line. It doesn't make sense in this situation.
I would agree, and especially with how your defense has been able to stifle the Milford offense so far, it doesn't make sense to give them good field position.
Well, and considering the Milford offense is beating themselves as well, there's no point in giving them an opportunity in plus territory.
The return man is Rosenberg as they go with the rollout punt, and it's going to go very short. It's going to be at the 37-yard line of Milford when we get back. 8:12 left to go, 7-0 lead for KP on My FM 101.3.
GNC Plumbing and Heating is proud to support our local football teams and athletes. Just like a strong defense on the field, they're here to keep your home running smoothly. Big enough to tackle any project and small enough to treat you like family. Visit GNCplumbing.com to learn more.
Back here at King Philip High School as Milford gets ready. I was very close again. I have to make it a conscious effort now as they're spotted right at the 37-yard line after that rollout punt. Lacerbo in the backfield with Rosenberg, who's on his left hip in the shotgun. They're going to hand it off to Rosenberg, who finds no hole and bounces towards the near side, but he's met still at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Yeah, nothing going on that play. King Philip does a great job plugging up the hole. He was trying to go through the right side of the offensive line between the tackle and guard, but that hole was completely plugged, so he tried to bounce it out towards the middle of the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing.
I want to go back to that punt. I mean, I'm sure it's a designed rollout, but the other trouble with that is with such a delayed punt, they can also give the punter the option of thinking of running for it. And I was wondering if he was just considering the option, can I get that 5 yards?
Well, it was 4th and less than 5, so.
Back in the shotgun is Lacerbo. Trying to go with the hard count. Now snaps the ball. He's looking over towards the right side towards Finnemore and sails that one over his head. It'll be 3rd down and long coming up.
Yeah, just a slant route that time over on the far sideline. Looked like Finnemore might have had a step on the cornerback, but the throw is sailed.
So 3rd and 9 coming up. Lecerbo's found a pretty good connection with Fenimore so far this season, but as mentioned many times, Lecerbo's only a sophomore. He's still trying to figure out all the tools he's got, so not every pass is going to be perfect, but he's got to figure out something here on 3rd down. As they're in the shotgun, 2 tight end personnel. Now shift Rosenberg out. There's 2 wide receivers on the far side with Rosenberg and 1 on the near. Now Brentello motions across and back once again. Fake the handoff to him. Looking downfield, and that one is caught. Somehow, some way, coming away with that one was Charzenko.
What a throw by Lecerbo. That was a laser over the middle of the field. Again, a clean pocket for Lecerbo. The offensive line so far has done a good job giving Lecerbo the opportunity to throw, and this time he delivers, and a great catch with a guy on his back for Charzenko, who flexes at the end of the play.
Well, for a second right there, I thought the DB was going to be able to punch that one away, and then I thought maybe he almost helped him pin the ball in on the catch.
Well, the throw was so accurate, it looked like it hit Charzenko in the chest. It didn't even look like Charzenko put his arms out to make the catch.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 now, ball spotted on the 37-yard line of King Philip. In the pistol now is Lecerbo. He's going to pitch it over to Rosenberg, who's clean, and now he finds the edge on the right side, and it's going to be enough for a 1st down.
Very close at least.
Never mind. But a good gain.
Good gain either way. He finds the hole over on the right side of the offensive line. Best hole of the day for any running back for Milford.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 2 now. Always good to run a similar play that you turned it over and have a clean, good play. Lecerbo gets the call from Coach Olson and trots out to the huddle.
You can just tell how big a 3rd down conversion is for this offense. It seems like they are now jump-started.
Ball spotted on the 29-yard line. Lecerbo with a running back on his left hip. Now pushes both the tight ends back. The wide receivers step up towards the line. Going to move Charzenko across towards the far side. And they're going to fake the handoff. It's going to be a keeper for Lecerbo, who pushes his way and gets a gain of about a yard.
Yeah, very close to that 1st down marker. Starting to see Lecerbo's name called upon a lot more here as the season progresses.
Lecerbo on the carry for Milford.
So
talk about number 4,
3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
It was Kawaru Reese, who we saw in that game at Barnstable, who was actually in the backfield.
He was impressive, too.
So we'll see what he's able to do. Looks like he's staying in the game, the freshman. Potential future combination for the years to come for Milford with Lecerbo, the sophomore, and Reese, the freshman.
That's right.
They're the 2 in the backfield once again. Wide receivers split to either side. This time they're going to give it to Reese, who's going to punch his way and finds an extra hole and gets some extra yardage there in the 1st down.
Big play for Milford again. Another huge 3rd down conversion for this offense. This is where they're going to need to be successful if they want to pull up the upset.
So Reese able to kind of push his way through and find the hole. He's a very small back, but you can kind of tell he's not tiny. He's built.
Right.
You can see he's a built small running back. He's able to squeak through those holes. And now it's going to be 1st and 10. Ball spotted on the 21-yard line in the shotgun is Lecerbo. He's going to give it to Reese once again, who shuffles his way for a gain of about 3. We'll call it 4.
I believe you.
It was 3. I was right the first time. A good little run play right there to set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that time, again, just a run to the left side of the offensive line. Just kind of squirts his way through the guard and tackle position.
And very quickly, the time has ticked down in this quarter. It is 4 minutes to go as Milford is slotted right on the 18-yard line, trailing by 7 in the shotgun with Reese on his right hip is Lecerbo.
No safety help here.
As dropping back to pack is Lecerbo. He's looking towards Rodriguez, and that ball is tipped and goes just beyond his reach.
Yeah, so the reason why I said that, because it just felt like this was going to be a pass, and Lecerbo just throws a laser to the back corner of the end zone. Unfortunately, he cannot connect with Rodriguez, but I like the thought.
Number 11, Vincent Lecerbo.
Yeah, is that one where with the no safety help and with Rodriguez heading towards that back corner, would you rather see a lofted ball?
Possibly, but the cornerback was kind of right on Rodriguez, and they didn't really have much of a height differential either. So I don't mind the throw from Lacerbo in that situation. It looked like the cornerback tried to undercut it a bit, maybe thinking it was going to be a laser, and it looked like it might have been deflected.
So 3rd and 7. It's Rosenberg in the backfield with Lacerbo. I think it's 2-down territory right here. Lacerbo gets the snap. He's looking left. Pressure on him quickly. He just has to get rid of the ball, and it was unable to develop as barreling down on him was Cantor Osorio.
Yeah, and Rosenberg was wide open. He was going to go right into the end zone if they could connect. No time to throw for Lacerbo. I think he felt the footsteps as well. But if you could just get some air under that for Rosenberg to catch up to the football, you're thinking about 6 points on that play.
Yeah, I think the issue was he dropped back, and it was on the strong side, so he saw the guy coming, and he just panicked and threw it. Wasn't able to have enough time to think about lofting it. Milford's going to take a timeout with a big 4th down coming up. We'll be right back. 3:41 left to go in the half on My FM 101.3.
Don't be fooled by the name Pepperoncini's Pizzeria. It's not just pizza. Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill at East Main Street in Milford is a family restaurant with a full menu for your full family. From their great tasting appetizers to game time wings on the bone tossed in a multitude of different flavors. Pepperoncini's offers catering for all corporate events as well as private parties. For the best pizza in the Milford area, it's Pepperoncini's. Bring the family to Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill. You won't leave hungry. Gluten-free pizza on the menu.
As we come back in here to Rentham, here in Massachusetts on a beautiful night. It's not getting too chilly for us. It's actually
a pretty comfortable night.
It is a comfortable night
all things.
for some football. I'm sure the players are enjoying it. I'm sure Milford would enjoy it more if they could pick up this 4th and 6 coming up. It's a true test of what they can do. They're going to come out in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers, 1 split on either side. Rosenberg on the left hip. Again, going from right to left on your dial is Milford. Going to roll out towards the far side is Lacerbo. He throws it across, and it's picked off, it looks like.
Yep.
It is indeed intercepted as he was looking for a man across the first down marker.
Yeah, so
go ahead.
Milford does a good job on that drive, converting on 3rd down. This time around, though, they just kind of stall out. I don't love the rollout plays on 4th down either. It cuts away half of the field. Lacerbo's been pretty confident in the pocket all night, and he hasn't really been touched. There was that one play prior where he got hit, but I don't know.
Well, so taking over right around their own 10-yard line, maybe about the 9, will be KP. Dropping that ball would have actually been the better decision, but it's hard to tell a guy not to catch the ball as they line up now underneath center. And they're going to give the handoff, and met right at the line of scrimmage once again and going nowhere is KP.
Yeah, another nice job by the Milford front. They're going to need to be relied on a ton in this game if they want to stay in it.
Well, and I'll tell you what Milford has been doing well is it's the first guy that meets the ball is not getting shedded off the tackle and able to stand strong and wait for the help or take them down themselves. And that's been huge, especially because you were looking on that play and there was a lot of holes developing.
Wrapping up is the key against a team like this. If you give second opportunities to this offense, like you saw in the first drive, Dylan, you're gonna pay.
I formation on 2nd and 9. Ball spotted on the 10-yard line on the far side hash. And they're going to give the handoff once again. This time it's Cantor Osorio, I believe, punching his way through. And this time doing just about enough, it looks like, for a 1st down.
Yeah, wide open hole that time along the left side of the offensive line. And Cantor Osorio hits the hole very, very hard. He barely gets touched before he reaches the 1st down marker.
Well, it's nice when you're at tough angles when guys have signature details, and I'm looking at those the pink turf tape that he's got on to indicate him. Underneath center, once again in I formation, they're going to give it to Cantor Osorio, who bounces towards the far side before he's tripped up, gets a gain of about 8.
Yeah, he's really flexing his speed on this drive. Cantor Osorio is definitely putting his head down on this drive a lot quicker as they go hurry up.
They get ready, I formation, and they're going to give it to the fullback who pushes his way through. That's Ryan Greenwood, who does enough, it looks like, to get the 1st down.
Yeah, as we tick under 2 minutes to go here in the first half, KP's got to work with a lot more urgency, and it looks like they're ready.
Well, that's why they're going no huddle once again. It's I formation, and this time it's going to be handed off towards the halfback. That time it was number 28, Town King. He gets a gain of about 2. They might have to think about going to the air soon.
As we're going to get a stoppage here. I believe it's going to be a timeout, King Philip.
Yeah, KP's going to take a timeout, 1:40 left to go. They lead 7-0 here in the second quarter on MyFM 101.3.
Football game, hometown pride, and American Climbers serving in and around Hopkinton is right there with you. Proud sponsor of high school football and your go-to for expert tree care. Play hard, climb harder. AmericanClimbers.com.
GNC Plumbing and Heating is proud to support our local football teams and athletes. Just like a strong defense on the field, they're here to keep your home running smoothly. Big enough to tackle any project and small enough to treat you like family. Visit GNCplumbing.com to learn more.
As we get ready for second down coming up for KP, going from left to right. 1:40 left to go. This time they're going to line up in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near. Gebhard in the shotgun. He's going to roll out towards his left. He's going to look over there, and he's going to connect, and going out of bounds is McDonald for the first down.
Well, Dylan, you were right. They eventually had to go to the air, and they waste no time on second down and 8. They go right to the air. The quarterback rolls out towards the far sideline and finds a wide-open receiver along the sideline who runs out of bounds as well, so the time does stop.
A play that took just 7 seconds to get a gain of about 11. Ball is now on their own 43-yard line. They've got 57 yards to go in 1:33 as they can now huddle up without worries of the clock ticking.
Don't forget either, Dylan, KP does get the football to start half number 2.
Would be huge for them to be able to get a second score as they're lined up in the shotgun. Canto Osorio is going to swing around, and he's going to actually take the handoff, looking to punch up the middle. He finds a hole, hops over another guy, breaks free on the left side, finally pushed out of bounds by Buentello around the Milford 32.
Yeah, Canto Osorio does a great job evading tacklers from Milford, and that's really one of the first times all game where Canto Osorio has evaded these Milford tacklers, and he gains a huge chunk of yardage.
And I don't think that Coach Olson was too happy with that play, so he's going to take a timeout, 1:25 left to go. We'll be right back on MyFM 101.3.
It's been said that the most important things in life are the connections you make with others. At Charles River Bank, you'll find not just the powerful solutions you need for managing your money, including paying your bills, handling your day-to-day expenses, and planning for the future, but also the personal connections you can count on from neighbors you know and who are always willing to lend a hand. Stop in or visit us online at charlesriverbank.com to learn more. Charles River Bank, personal connections, powerful solutions. Member FDIC. DIF.
Ball's going to be spotted on the 34-yard line for KP. 1:25 left to go in this second quarter. And Milford needs to come up with a big stop here, especially because, as you mentioned, Joe, KP's going to have the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, and KP has been very, very efficient on this drive. You're going to have to find a way, if you're Milford, to stop the bleeding. I think that's why Coach Olson wanted to take a timeout here, just give his defense a bit of a breather, as KP had been working very, very quickly and was getting chunks of yardage.
Well, they're going to line up in the I formation once again here. Gebhard underneath center as he's going to take the snap and pitch it on out towards King, who's going to bully his way forward after getting a nice lead block. And it's going to be right around
28 Talon King on the carry for
the first down marker, and it's not going to be enough, though. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Quickly to the line again, KP.
I formation, once again, Gebhard underneath center. He's going to hand it off to King again, who pushes his way, and we'll see if he does enough for the first down.
It's going to be close. I think he got it.
King on the carry.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
Number 51, Wellison Dos Santos. That's good for a Warrior.
59 seconds left on the clock. As the clock will start ticking right as they get the sticks lined up. Not a ton of urgency from this KP team yet. They're going to go in I formation once again. This time, Cantor Osorio is the halfback. He's going to get this one on the handoff towards the left side. He's bouncing his way, and he's going to go ahead and step out of bounds after getting a gain
Osorio on the carry
of
for
about
King
2.
Well done right there by the Milford defense to adjust. It was a run wide this time past the tackle position, but the defense stands tall. He does run out of bounds, so he saves some clock.
38 ticks left on the clock for this first half. just the lone score for KP so far after their first offensive possession. They're going to break the huddle. They're going to line up in the shotgun with 2 running backs. It looks like Cantor Osorio and Greenwood in the backfield. Motions the wide receiver. And now they're going to give it off to Cantor Osorio on the far side. He finds a hole. He's breaking free, taken down, but it's right around the 2-yard line. They're still pushing. He's still on his feet, and finally is called dead.
Keegan Cantor Osorio.
Yeah, just another wide open hole this time for Cantor Osorio, who's been very, very impressive on this drive, quickly finding the wide open holes and just attacking it.
And I believe KP is going to take a timeout, and they are 28 seconds left to go. They'll be sat on the 5-yard line when we get back on MyFM 101.3.
It's time for the Reynolds Report, your local sports spotlight on MyFM. From Friday night football and basketball buzzer beaters to the unsung stars of field hockey, track and field, and more. I've got all the highlights, scores, and stories from around the MyFM listening area. Stay up to date with the Reynolds Report and read more at myfmtoday.com. Local sports covered the way they should be, only on the Reynolds Report on MyFM.
Back here at King Philip High School, and as it always is in football, the last 2 minutes is never actually just 2 minutes.
No, that's for sure.
As Cantor Osorio has found himself a couple of holes and ways to finagle his way up, and they are spotted on the 5-yard line for first and goal with 28 seconds. Line up in the I formation. It's Gebhard. Under center motions the wide receiver in just behind the tight end. They're going to fake the double handoff play action.
Wide open.
Wide receiver wide open, but goes underneath to the halfback. Touchdown, Kyle Danson.
Yeah, that just looked like a well-oiled machine on that drive. King Philip only had a couple minutes to go. They had to go the distance of the field, and they made it look easy. It's 13-0 Warriors.
So they take a 2-score lead with 21 seconds left on the clock. They will trot out the kicking unit to look to hit the second extra point of the day. Once again, the kicker is Nathan Crowley. Crowley was able to hit his first PAT. They're lined up. Snap, hold is down, kick is up, and it is through. So 14-0, the KP lead. We'll be right back for the kickoff on MyFM 101.3.
From contractors to consultants, restaurants to retail, every business is unique. They all, however, have the same goal, to get more out of their money. At Charles River Bank, we offer checking accounts that make banking easy, convenient, and personal. With support from local people who live and work in your neighborhood and can help deliver the powerful solutions your business needs. So if you're looking for an account and a relationship that works for your business, we're here for you. Charles River Bank, member FDIC, DIF.
Milford getting ready for this kickoff with 21 seconds to go, trying to produce something big so they can have a chance at fighting for the end zone before the half. Deep to return will be Atherton and Finnemore. We'll see if KP and Crowley decide to kick it all the way back there. As they ready, and Crowley approaches the ball at the 40. He's going to chip it up. It's over towards Atherton on the far side. He picks it up, and now he works his way upfield up the middle, but he's met by a ton of green jerseys. And so Milford is going to take over right around the 27-yard line with just 16 ticks left to go. We'll see what Milford chooses to go with at this current moment, whether they try and attack with a big pass or not.
Yeah, I'm not too confident they're going to want to try to do too much on this play. I think they are fine with going to the half and discussing things.
So we'll see what they break out on first down. Ken Ball spotted on the 27-yard line. And they're going to go shotgun. It's going to be Rosenberg in the backfield with Lacerbo, who's just going to go ahead and take the kneel down. And so we'll head into halftime with KP leading Milford 14-0. We'll be right back for the Milford Federal Bank halftime show right here on MyFM 101.3.
It's time for the Reynolds Report, your local sports spotlight on MyFM. From Friday night football and basketball buzzer beaters to the unsung stars of field hockey, track and field, and more. I've got all the highlights, scores, and stories from around the MyFM listening area. Stay up to date with the Reynolds Report and read more at myfmtoday.com. Local sports covered the way they should be, only on the Reynolds Report on MyFM.
Step into pure bliss at Wink Salon and Spa, located at 32 Hastings Street in Mendon. Let your tension melt away with our full-spectrum infrared sauna and Normatec compression therapy. Rejuvenate with personalized facials, soothing massage therapy, and a wide range of beauty services, including lash extensions and expert hair styling. Whether you need a quick refresh or a full day of pampering, Wink Salon and Spa is the perfect escape. Book now at 508-381-1422 or visit winksalonspa.com. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential.
Football game, hometown pride, and American climbers serving in and around Hopkinton is right there with you. Proud sponsor of high school football and your go-to for expert tree care. Play hard, climb harder. AmericanClimbers.com.
This broadcast of Milford Legion Baseball is being brought to you in part by Oliva's Market, Catering, and Gourmet Gift Shop, providing quality products and exceptional service to the greater Milford community. Oliva's will make your party one your guest will never forget. Whatever your special occasion may be, a stop at Oliva's Market, Catering, and Gourmet Gift Shop is a must. Try Oliva's homemade sausage. Oliva's Market, Catering, and Gourmet Gift Shop, the freshest cold cuts in town. GNC Plumbing and Heating is proud to support our local football teams and athletes. Just like a strong defense on the field, they're here to keep your home running smoothly. Big enough to tackle any project and small enough to treat you like family. Visit GNCplumbing.com to learn more.
Mom, do I really have to wear glasses?
You do, sweetie. But don't worry, Joseph and Thomas Opticians has lots of fun frames.
Can I pick any pair I want?
Absolutely. And they'll make sure they fit just right.
Oh, they make me look super smart.
That's because you are super smart. And you'll see even better now.
Joseph and Thomas Opticians. Trusted on site. Find us at 138 South Main Street, Milford.
Are you looking for custom apparel that stands out? The Embroidery Bar in Milford is the place for businesses, families, schools, and teams who want to look sharp. Local and dependable, they've got everything from tees and jackets to cups and unique gifts.
I'm Anthony, co-owner of the Embroidery Bar. Whatever you need, embroidery, printing, or custom gear, we'll make it happen. We're here for our community, and we're ready to work with you.
Stop by the Embroidery Bar at 208 Main Street, 2nd floor, right here in Milford. Or you can visit them online at theembroidery-bar.com. The Embroidery Bar in Milford, the local go-to for looking your best.
Hey, it's Tyler Lawton, and you can join me every weekend from 4 to 7 p.m. for the Weekend Wind Down on MyFM 101.3. I'm bringing you the greatest hits from the 80s and 90s, plus local news, pop culture updates, and a preview of what's coming up this week on MyFM. From interviews and giveaways to sports and community buzz. It's the perfect way to chill out before Monday hits. The Weekend Wind Down with Tyler Lawton every weekend from 4 to 7, only on MyFM 101.3.
Flood Fire Pro of Franklin is proud to stand with our local athletes. From floods to fire, they restore more than property, they restore peace of mind. Visit floodfirepro.com, supporting our high school football team all season long.
At Imperial Cars, we're proud to support our local schools by contributing a portion of our business proceeds to purchase notebooks, binders, pens, pencils, crayons, markers, and other classroom essentials. Our Crayon the Van initiative is providing hundreds of local students and teachers with the school supplies and classroom supplies they need for a strong start to the school year. Because every student deserves a strong start. For over 30 years, Imperial Cars has been getting your family safely down the road and driving community impact.
Medway Oil and Propane, where you, the customer, will always come first. At Medway Oil and Propane, you receive service by the best technicians in the industry, a caring staff which goes out of its way to ensure your comfort and peace of mind. Medway Oil and Propane has an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, 24-hour emergency service every day, 10 licensed and certified service technicians, automatic delivery with over 200,000 gallons of fuel storage, Medway Oil and Propane energy for every season, and much more.
Where can you find over 20 flavors of muffins, 30 fresh roasted coffees, and a full espresso bar?
It's all at the Muffin House Cafe.
With 6 convenient locations, Medway, Mendon, Hopkinton, Natick, Westwood, and Walpole, you're never far from fresh, delicious treats.
And it's not just muffins. The Muffin House Cafe has fresh-baked cakes for any occasion, breakfast and lunch sandwiches, crisp salads, quesadillas, and so much more.
Ready to check it out?
Visit muffinhousecafe.com today. The Muffin House Cafe, not just a muffin house.
Milford Tire and Service is not just a tire store. With years of continuous high-quality service, the folks at Milford Tire know what it takes to protect your family when it comes to high-quality, safe tires. Just before you take your family out for your next long or short summer trip, Milford Tire asks you to just take a quick walk around and check the tire tread left on your car. At Milford Tire, they do a full range of repairs, alignments, brakes, struts, shocks, and other jobs, all guaranteed. At Milford Tire, your family's safety comes first, and your cars too. Milford Tire and Service, Route 140 in Hopedale.
The Pool Store, that's all about fun. Let the pool and spa experts at Crystal Pool and Spa of Bellingham be your source for all your pool and spa supplies. Crystal Pool and Spa is the area's leading pool store for families who want to spend less time maintaining the pool and more time enjoying it. Crystal Pool offers the largest selection of pool products under one roof to meet your pool needs and budget. Booking now for openings and closings for 2026. Crystal Pool and Spa, Route 140 in Bellingham, 508-966-1322.
Back in here for halftime. It's the Milford Federal Bank halftime show, brought to you by Federal Bank, your community, your bank. Well, KP is currently leading 14-0 over the Milford Scarlet Hawks. It was a touchdown scored on their first possession on a kind of just push and shove play after it was given to one of the upbacks, Ryan Greenwood. And then just there at the end of the half, they were able to push their way down and get a score off the play-action pass. Was rolled out and thrown to Kyle Danson. That put them up, and that's where we are right now. So far, Milford's offense has kind of struggled, though, Joe.
They have. They've beaten themselves, too. It's not really King Philip that's made the plays that have been the difference in the game offensively for Milford. It's really just been Milford unable to it's been them being unable to take advantage of mistakes that KP's had. When you look at their second possession after the 3-and-out, they got the ball up a muffed punt. They were in plus territory, and they immediately put the ball on the ground. There's other opportunities where you have a key third down conversion a couple of times. You get the ball past the red zone. You're in the red zone, and just they misconnect on a couple of plays that could have and maybe should have been touchdowns, and that's why Milford still has 0.
Yeah, so obviously the story is that Milford has struggled to score, and they've had that issue a couple of times so far this season where they haven't really been able to find themselves in the end zone. It in particularly comes against stronger opponents like a KP, like a Natick, like a Barnstable, where they get a score or they're just not really able to find it at all.
Yeah, I mean, the first play of this game, you can look at that, and that's kind of the story of this game so far. You come out after 2 weeks, you're ready to go, and you immediately get penalized. And that just takes the wind out of your sails, and it felt like it took the wind out of their sails for the entire half.
And there was one possession that Milford had offensively that was looking good.
Yeah.
Ultimately ended up turnover on downs, but a big third down conversion on that one, and then a big run afterwards.
Huge third down conversions, and that's why there are drives in this game you have to come away with points on. And that I'm looking at the second drive where they put the ball on the ground, and I'm looking at that drive specifically where you had 2 massive third down conversions, one of which was a 3rd and 9. You're able to push the ball down the field. You're able to get in the red zone. You have 2nd down and 6, and you go 3 plays, 0 yards.
Well, you're looking at this offense. Obviously, it's going to have to start with the defense as KP is going to get the kickoff, but you're looking at this offense, and what do you want to see out of them coming into the second half, and what type of plays do you feel like are going to work for them that have worked for them?
Can you repeat? Did you say KP?
Yeah.
For KP, offensively, I wouldn't change very much. You just have to be more physical than Milford at the point of attack. KP's proven that they can be. It's just, will they continue to do so? They looked really, really good, like a well-oiled machine on that final drive of the first half, playing the hurry-up offense, but still keeping the ball on the ground. If they can get Milford to kind of put their hands on their hips, get them heavy breathing, they should be in good shape.
Well, and the other thing, too, we'll talk about the Milford defense, who honestly hasn't looked that bad. I mean, they held KP to 14.
No, they've been fine.
14 points. Obviously, they get the score at the end of it, but they've done a pretty good job containing the run game.
They have. They've done a good job, I think. They've done a good job wrapping up the KP players. Obviously, things got a little out of hand at the end of the first half, but I think that speaks more to KP's ability to be a well-oiled machine versus Milford's inability to make plays. They've done a good job, in my opinion, wrapping up the running backs when they can.
Yeah, and I think the story so far has been Canto Osorio, who's, when he's been able to find the hole and find the space, he's a tough guy to bring down, and he's pretty fast.
He's very, very fast, and he kind of he's a change of pace compared to the other running backs on this KP team, and kind of a change of pace compared to their entire identity as a football team. When Canto Osorio gets ahead of steam, it's tough to bring that guy down just because he's so fast. Good luck catching up to him.
And so now this Milford offense has 0 points so far. They've had a couple of good possessions. What does this Milford team on offense need to do to find the end zone?
They got to get the ball in the end zone. I mean, they've moved the ball. There's been opportunities to move the ball as well. It's just they're a shade off. They're a tick off right now. There are a couple plays in the first half where, maybe if Lacerbo has an extra second, they score. Or maybe if Lacerbo puts a little bit of air under the football, they score. They've just got to find a way to make that extra play.
Yeah, so I wonder if the chance to try and get Lacerbo some extra time in the pocket, if you have to, you don't want to have to sacrifice a guy, but sacrificing a tight end or a halfback just to give him that extra protection.
And a little bit of a counter to that, Dylan, he hasn't been under pressure too much in that first half. There was one play in specific where he got hit immediately. That's not Lacerbo's fault. But for the most part, he's had a clean pocket.
So we'll have to see if Milford is able to come out. Obviously, it's going to have to first start with a stop from the defense. But we're going to go ahead and take a short break as we've got a couple of minutes until we are back here in action for the second half. Again, KP is leading 14-0. That concludes our Milford Federal Bank halftime show. We'll be right back here on MyFM 101.3.
At ABC Air Heating and Cooling, we believe in hard work on the field and in your home, serving Northridge families with expert heating and cooling service. We're proud to sponsor this football season. Visit abcairheatingandcooling.com, where comfort wins.
Football game, hometown pride, and American climbers serving in and around Hopkinton is right there with you. Proud sponsor of high school football and your go-to for expert tree care. Play hard, climb harder. AmericanClimbers.com.
Flood Fire Pro of Franklin is proud to stand with our local athletes. From floods to fire, they restore more than property, they restore peace of mind. Visit floodfirepro.com, supporting our high school football team all season long.
Modern Design and Build out of Holliston is proud to sponsor your local high school football team. From dream kitchens to stunning home additions, we build it right here in your community. Visit designbuildmodern.com to book a free estimate and let's build something great together.
I need new glasses, but those chain stores are all the same. Rush service, limited choices.
That's why we're at Joseph and Thomas Opticians. We've been in Milford for over 38 years, and their selection is amazing.
Wow, these frames actually fit me, and they're helping me pick the best lenses for my lifestyle.
That's the difference. Personal service, great quality, and no pressure.
You're right. Forget the chains. This is where I'm coming from now on.
Joseph and Thomas Opticians. Trusted on site. Find us at 138 South Main Street, Milford.
Milford Regional Rehabilitation and Sports Medicine offers physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and sports and services at convenient appointment hours in Milford, Franklin, and Northbridge. To learn more, visit milfordregional.org/rehab. UMass Memorial Health Milford Regional is committed to providing exceptional healthcare services to our community with dignity, compassion, and respect.
We bring it back here into Rentham for action between the King Philip Warriors and the Milford Scarlet Hawks, as King Philip has trotted their way back out here to the iconic Hell's Bells, as Milford has been out here warming up, getting ready to play. They threw an extra 3 minutes on the clock. I really hope we're not waiting another 3 minutes for the half to begin.
Well, we've already pretty much said all we could say about this half, so let's just sit in silence, Dylan.
There we go. They flipped it off, so we're about to get the second half ready and underway. We'll go ahead and check what our second half temperature is, as it's currently 7:09 here in Rentham. It is dropped down to 49, only dropped an extra degree so far. It's feeling pretty nice out here as of right now. Not too bad. Again, 14-0 as Milford will be kicking off to start the second half here. They will be kicking from right to left.
Got some scores also from around the area. Hopkinton leads Dedham 7-0 at the half. Medway over Dover Sherburne 7-0. Bellingham, check that. Medfield leads 12-7 over Bellingham. Bellingham did have a 7-0 lead in that game.
I'll have all the final scores and power rankings and everything you need to know tomorrow morning on The Buzz. Make sure you tune in 9 to 11. Joe will be absent, but I'll have Steve with me. We'll talk about today's game as well.
Cutting class.
Now we've got ready, and the kick is underway from Finnemore, who kind of pooches it over towards the 25-yard line. That's picked up and finding a hole. And getting right around towards the 42-yard line will be KP to start this second half. That one was received by 23 Owen Hurwitz.
Yeah, this is a must-stop territory if you're Milford. You cannot afford to go down 3 possessions on the road to a team like King Philip. You have to find a way to make a stop.
And we'll see. I'm sure we'll see a lot of running coming out of this KP team, obviously wanting to control the tempo and the clock. 5 seconds ticked off of it as they are lined up in the shotgun to start this one. 2 running back formation. Cantor Osorio on the left, and I believe on the right is Talon King, as this one's handed to Cantor Osorio, who initially was going to come to the near side, then cut back up the middle and gets a gain of 11, or looks like right around the first down marker. They're actually going to mark him just short for second down.
So KP coming out in the shotgun. Canto Osorio showing great vision on that play. It looked like he was going to, like you said, Dylan, try to get to the outside along that right side, but he cuts back to the middle.
Now they'll line up I formation. Ball spotted right on the 46-yard line. They're going to hand it to Cantor Osorio, who once again finds the edge and now bounces towards the outside, finds some extra room, and gets a gain of about 5, which is enough for the first down.
His speed is just proving to be the difference maker in this game right now. Canto Osorio just gets to the edge quicker than Milford does, and he's able to easily pick up the first down.
I think the other thing that he's really shown off so far is his patience and his vision.
Great vision.
Whenever he sees if the play isn't there, the hole that he's supposed to run through isn't there, he's able to bounce his way around and use those quick feet. And his agility as well is off the charts. Everything you could possibly want from a running back gets the first down. This time lined up in the I formation again. Ball on the far side hash on the Milford 45 for 1st and 10. As underneath center is Gebhardt, and he's going to hand it off to Cantor Osorio, who's wrapped up and pulled down for a gain of just 1.
Yeah, great play right there by Anthony Mastriani, who just kind of blew that entire play up. He came over along the left side of the defensive line, but he's able to tackle him down.
So just a gain of 1 makes it 2nd and 9, and those are the type of plays that this Milford defense needs to make, and it's really making contact with a guy like Cantor Osorio early. As they go into the huddle after, Gebhardt gets the call from Coach Brian Lee for King Philip. They're going to line up with shotgun, dual running backs on either side of Gebhard. Now they shift tight end over, and he's going to come back towards the near side. Now they're all set for King Philip.
Milford has 6 guys at the line.
As they're going to hand this one off towards the left side, and cutting back up is King, and he does a good job fighting for the first down.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you can get past the 6 guys who are at the defensive line, there's not much in terms of reinforcements on that Milford defense. King is able to get to the second level of that defense, and he's untouched for the first down.
Obviously, you're playing against a very run-heavy team. You're going to have a lot of guys up front. They just have the one safety deep. But so far, they haven't ran a lot of formations with wide receiver. This one's just got one on the far side in I formation, but now they're going to motion him across towards the near side. Gebhard underneath center gets a snap. He's going to hand this one off to King, who plows his way through and keeps on churning those legs and punches forward and gets a gain of about 7.
Yeah, it seems like King Philip's just starting to get warmed up, too. It's their ability to rattle off 7, 8, 9 yards at a clip looks routine.
And the thing is you have those 2 different backs. Obviously, Talon King, who's a little bit more of a power running back, but then you can also supply in Keegan Cantor-Osorio, who can just dash his way through the defense. This time it's King in the I formation. Once again, pushing across is Liam McGrath towards the near side. They're going to give it to King up the middle, and he pushes and, again, keeps churning those legs. And he does definitely enough for a first down, add an extra 2 yards. And KP will get a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's tough to bring down a player like Talon King, who is very physical. And especially when you mix in the fact that that Milford defense has been on the field for a lot of this football game, makes it even more difficult.
9 minutes on the clock, and we are going to get a timeout from Milford as Coach Olson wants to work with this defense to get a stop. 9 minutes, as mentioned, left to go in this third quarter on MyFM 101.3.
Football game, hometown pride, and American Climbers serving in and around Hopkinton is right there with you. Proud sponsor of high school football and your go-to for expert tree care. Play hard, climb harder. AmericanClimbers.com.
At ABC Air Heating and Cooling, we believe in hard work on the field and in your home, serving Northridge families with expert heating and cooling service. We're proud to sponsor this football season. Visit abcairheatingandcooling.com, where comfort wins.
Well, KP has had no issues so far pushing themselves down the field as they've had the first possession of the second half. 3 minutes ticked off the clock. They're on the 20-yard line after bringing the kickoff towards the 42. They're going to line up in the I formation once again. This time, Cantor-Osorio is the halfback in the I formation. Gebhard underneath center gets a snap. He's going to hand it off to Cantor-Osorio, who bounces towards the far side. He finds the edge. He darts his way towards the end zone, dives in, and he's in. Touchdown, KP, touchdown, Cantor-Osorio, 20-0 is the lead.
Yeah, and really, you know what's coming. You know exactly what's coming if you're Milford, but they just challenge you to stop them, and King Philip has been so effective at this for years. This time, no different. They take a 20-0 lead over the Scarlet Hawks.
Yeah, absolutely no issue for Cantor-Osorio, who I'm just looking now and finding out he's also the holder for the PAT, so he's going to go ahead and set up right there with the kicker, Nathan Crowley. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Here's the snap. The hold's down. The kick is up, and it is straight through the up. Oh, nope. I have no angle here. It's no good, actually. 8:51 left to go. 20-0 lead for KP. We'll be right back on MyFM 101.3.
Flood Fire Pro of Franklin is proud to stand with our local athletes. From floods to fire, they restore more than property. They restore peace of mind. Visit floodfirepro.com, supporting our high school football team all season long.
Modern Design and Build out of Holliston is proud to sponsor your local high school football team. From dream kitchens to stunning home additions, we build it right here in your community. Visit designbuildmodern.com to book a free estimate, and let's build something great together.
Trailing by 3 scores, Milford's getting ready to receive the kickoff. Deep to return is going to be Eli Rosenberg and Jackson Finnemore. Ryan Atherton has moved up a layer this time. 8:51 left to go. As Crowley kicks it off. This time it's going to be just short. Going to have to get it off a hop, picked up by Rosenberg, right around the 15-yard line. He darts towards the near side. Now a flag's thrown, but he's got some space. He's working up the sideline, up to the 40, the 35, steps out of bounds, but I have a feeling.
Yeah, this is coming back.
It's coming back.
Yeah, and it looked like it probably was a hold right around that 25-yard line, so that huge return for Milford likely is all for naught.
And I think the other thing, we need a second Ty McCormick lined up right along the field goal so I won't make a mistake if it goes in or not. That's why you got to wait for the ref signal when you're at this angle. This one's coming back, as very much anticipated. As soon as I saw him darting up the sideline and the flag was thrown, I was like,
yeah,
this one's
99 out of 100 times, that's usually a penalty on the return team.
And we'll see. It looks like the flag was thrown right at the 25, so I would anticipate it at the 15-yard line to start for Milford.
That's my guess as well, although they are walking it off from the 26 based on where the referee was.
And the referee is going to spot it right at the, well, looks like what's that, the 12?
12, yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Hey, they make the calls. I'm sure they're right. Lined up in the shotgun now. Milford has to go 88 yards, and we get a...
Are we going to get a change of the spot?
We'll see what the referee says as they're chatting it over. That would be my guess, too, is that maybe it's not at the right spot?
Yeah, they're moving it up.
Okay.
It looked weird when we...
So it is at the 15.
Okay.
Because I saw the flag was literally lying on the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I didn't know holdings were 13-yard penalties, but hey.
First down, Milford.
Here's the shotgun snap. The ball is going to be handed off to Reese, who punches his way through for maybe a yard, maybe just back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I just tried to get through that right side of the offensive line, but KP, who that defense hasn't been on the field very much in this game, but they've been warm to the task every time.
So it's going to be a second and 10 coming up now as Milford tried to establish the run game. We'll see if they try and go with a run play once again or go to the passing game. As lined up in the shotgun now is going to be Milford as they go wide receiver on the far side, wide receiver on the near. Reese is on the left hip, now motioned over towards the right hip.
Lots of movement from the KP defense.
Of Lacerbo. He's going to fake the handoff and now go with the quick pass, and it's overthrown and intercepted. The intended target right there was Josh Quintello, and he misses out, and it's picked off by number 1, Liam McGrath.
Yeah, and Quintello was wide open. He just has to put it on him, but he just sails it again. We've seen that a few times in this game where Lacerbo just can't put it on the number. And this time it results in a turnover. So this could be a backbreaker for Milford with 7:49 to go.
Yeah, it was one of those plays where Lacerbo had the option to either give the ball away or throw a quick pass right there. And instead, he had Buentello, as you mentioned, across the middle, threw it behind him, and Liam McGrath, look what he found. The ball was right in his chest. So KP is going to take over at the 32-yard line as they line up in the I formation. Motion McGrath from the far side over towards the near, as they're going to give it to the fullback who punches his way through and gets some extra yardage right there. That was 35. Ryan Greenwood gets a gain of about 7.
Yeah, I think that's a sign of fatigue, Dylan. You haven't seen many second chance opportunities for these running backs for KP. Milford's done a good job wrapping them up at the point, but this time around, no dice.
7:26 left to go in this third quarter. KP going from left to right on your dial as they are on the 24-yard line. 2nd and 3. They're going to give it to the fullback once again, who punches his way through right around the line to gain, and they are going to give it to him.
For 35, Ryan Greenwood.
It was Greenwood once again.
That's good for Warriors.
Not much the Milford defense can do about that one.
No, the second down and short, third down and short, fourth and short situations are what you're trying to avoid. You want to make sure that King Philip is going second and long, third and long. just not enough opportunities in this game with that situation.
Also, as you mentioned, fatigue. The defense was just out on the field a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, the offense hasn't done much to stay out on the field in this game.
So I formation, why shy away from it? Lined up underneath center, and they're going to hand this one off to King, who flips up and over, gets about 6 yards.
Talon King on the carry for King Phillips.
Yeah, just a run up the middle this time. King does get hit hard low. That's why he is flipping. And actually, that flip got him an extra yard or two.
So it'll be 2nd and 4. And I think the game plan right now for KP is pretty straightforward. It's let's keep running I formation and running the ball down the throat of Milford.
Burn the clock while you can gain a chunk of yardage.
So the lineup under center, I formation. King is the halfback, one wide receiver, McGrath, who they're going to run in motion from the near side to the far. Now getting the snap and moving out towards the stretch handoff to King. And that one's going to go not much places as he gets a gain of about a yard. It seems like the stretch play honestly hasn't really worked too well for KP so far.
That was what I was going to say as well, Dylan. That's the one play where you might want to throw that out for the rest of this game because that stretch play has not worked against Milford so far.
It's felt like the only time a run on the outside has worked is when Canton Osorio has made it an outside
Exactly.
run.
Or, exactly. It's an original pitch to the outside or he'll cut it back to the middle. But, yeah, it's usually improvising.
So Canton Osorio is now the halfback as they're in the I formation. McGrath is the wide receiver on the near side. This time they're going to go with the fullback Greenwood again, who bullies his way, trying to get the first down once again on a 3rd and short.
So I think he's going to be a yard short if I am correct.
It does look like that's where the refs got him. It's going to be a 4th and 1. They're going to line up quickly, though, and I wouldn't be shocked if they go with a quarterback sneak.
This is going to be a sneak for sure.
As they're trying to get him with the hard count.
Nope.
And now they're going to go ahead and maybe they didn't have a play call yet. They were just trying to catch him off.
Now they're going to give it to a running back here.
They line up. They're going to give it to Greenwood once again, and getting a yard hasn't been too troubling, but this one is close.
The referees are coming to the 10-yard line. I think that's where the line to gain is. So we'll see if they did make the stop, but I don't think they did.
They're motioning the first down. So doing just enough is going to be KP. The Milford fans aren't happy about it, but they're going to give it to them.
Yeah, I don't know how they can tell from their vantage point. But
I can't tell them. We're closer.
Yeah, exactly.
Ball's going to be spotted just in front of the 10-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and goal for KP. 4 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. King now the halfback in the I formation. They motion the tight end towards the near side. Now McGrath comes across the formation. It's going to be a pitch to King, who tries to push up the middle, breaks an extra tackle, and another one, and he sheds some guys, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, again, I think that was just fatigue there. You haven't seen too many broken tackles in this game for the King Phillip running backs, but this time around he's able to shed off 2 Milford tacklers and get right into the end zone. King is a physical runner, and you saw it on that drive.
So 26-0 is the lead for KP, and in action for the extra point once again here will be Nathan Crowley, 2 for 3 on the day so far. As they get ready, snap, hold, kick is up, and I'm going to wait. And it is good. It is 27-0 for KP, 3:54 left to go in the third quarter right here on MyFM 101.3.
Modern Design and Build out of Holliston is proud to sponsor your local high school football team. From dream kitchens to stunning home additions, we build it right here in your community. Visit designbuildmodern.com to book a free estimate and let's build something great together.
At ABC Air Heating and Cooling, we believe in hard work on the field and in your home, serving Northridge families with expert heating and cooling service. We're proud to sponsor this football season. Visit abcairheatingandcooling.com, where comfort wins.
Milford getting ready for the kickoff to receive. Looking for their second possession here of the second half, looking to make it a little more productive than the first. As we get an update, Medfield is leading Bellingham 26-7. Medfield, a very strong running team as well. As the kickoff is ready, And there it goes. It's a line drive kick, and it's going to go. Finnemore bobbles it at first at the 10-yard line, now picks it up, heads over towards the near side, now cuts up the middle. He gets a block and shifts his way around and does a good job getting extra yardage to about the 34-yard line.
So, yeah, I mean, at this point, if you're Milford, you're just trying to get some first downs. Try to focus on what you can do. Don't worry about that scoreboard right now. I know the score is 27-0, but you just want something positive, and maybe you can build on it here.
So we'll see how they come out for the first possession here. Well, not the first possession, their first play of the drive, I should say. As looks like Lacerbo's going to be in the gun. He's got Rosenberg on his right hip. Now they motion both tight ends out to stack the two wide receivers. The snap is going to be a screen play over towards Rodriguez, who
Dropped the ball.
Dropped it and never actually came away with the ball.
Is that a fumble or is that it is a fumble. He did make a football move. I thought he started running with the ball and he dropped it, and it looked like he just stopped playing. It looked like he just kind of gave up on the play, and they're calling it right now a fumble.
Well, and the coaches for Milford are not happy whatsoever, and it was a little hard from our vantage point because the players were blocking us.
Right, so he could have been, in fairness, he could have been bobbling the ball as he was heading up the field. But from what I could see, from my vantage point, he made the catch. I don't know if he put the ball away, but he started heading up the field, and the ball came loose. And it didn't look like he made much of an effort to hop back on that football.
Well, either way, it's going to be KP ball, and they're going to take over at the 34-yard line. Second time today that Milford's given up the ball on the first play of the drive. As they're now going to go with the pitch play, a new running back in who's able to shed a guy and now bounces out towards the far side. Going to be a gain of about 3 this time for Owen Hurwitz.
23 Owen Hurwitz on the carry for King Philip. Tackle by number 5,
be
Garen
second and
Fonzelter.
6 coming up. KP was going with the halfback toss. Once again, sticking with the run game. 3 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock, and this Milford defense is definitely a bit tired out there.
Yeah, I would assume they're gassed. I mean, how many plays has the offense had in this second half? Not many.
I would have to take a guess of about 7. As the I formation, they're going to give it to the fullback Greenwood and chugging along for the first down, and it's been tough to stop him so far, and he was easily able to get a gain of about 12 there.
Yeah, I mean, it just at this point, it just feels like the defense is just out of gas. And I thought they stood tall in the first half as we're going to get a timeout here.
Yeah, so timeout called by Milford. 2:39 left to go. 27-0 the KP lead on my FM 101.3.
Mom, do I really have to wear glasses?
You do, sweetie. But don't worry. Joseph and Thomas Opticians has lots of fun frames.
Can I pick any pair I want?
Absolutely. And they'll make sure they fit just right.
Oh, they make me look super smart.
That's because you are super smart. And you'll see even better now.
Joseph and Thomas Opticians. Trusted on site. Find us at 138 South Main Street, Milford.
Back here in Rentham at KP High School as KP's putting on a display and taking advantage of the Milford mistakes.
Yeah, and, you know, King Philip hasn't had to do much to earn this lead. And that's, I think, the most frustrating part if you're Milford. You beat yourselves. You beat yourselves tonight, and there wasn't really much that King Philip had to do to beat you.
As they're going to get lined up in the I formation once again, 2:39 on the clock. It's Kenton Osorio as the halfback, but they're going to give it to Greenwood once again. He's tripped up at the line of scrimmage, gain of about 1.
And, you know, Dylan, it's one thing if King Philip beats you on their home field and they earned the victory. You know, in Milford is not clearly not as talented, I think it's fair to say that, as King Philip. And if you go in there, you battle hard, you fight hard, and you lose the game, that's fine, as we get a flag here.
And it's going to be a hold.
Play penalty.
So that's going to back KP up some yardage there.
But if you play hard, you compete, and you lose, there's something to be proud of in that situation. But in a game like this, when you're putting the ball on the ground, when you're air-milling receivers, when you have opportunities to take advantage of what King Philip gives you and you get nothing, that's got to be frustrating if you're Milford.
Yeah, so they're going to back them up. They'll bring up a first and, let's see, it'll be about, we'll call it 18. That's my guess. Ball is spotted right around the 33-yard line. And line the gain is 10. Again, it's hard from this vantage. They're in the I formation is KP. Lined up. They're going to go ahead and hand this one up the middle and pushing along for a couple yards right there is Owen Hurwitz, and he's going to keep on pushing along and keep on chugging and pushing that pile. He's going even longer and has almost got the first down.
Yeah, again, just not really much you can say defensively here for Milford. It feels like they're out of gas, and I felt that the defense had battled hard throughout this game, and at this point I think it's just a testament of how much King Philip has been able to control the football.
As the clock continues to tick along, 1:30 left on the clock. It's going to be a 3rd and 3 coming up here, as KP's really only got to run 2 more plays to run out the rest of this third quarter, as they look to continue to control the ball, as the time of the possession is very much in their favor, but they're first going to take a timeout with 1:07 left to go. We'll be right back here on MyFM 101.3.
Dad, let's get you some new glasses.
I don't want to go to one of those big stores. They rush me, and I can never get the right fit.
That's why we're going to Joseph and Thomas Opticians. They take their time and really care about finding the best lenses for you.
Now that sounds like a real service. No wonder they've been trusted in Milford for decades.
Exactly. Let's go. Your new glasses are waiting.
Joseph and Thomas Opticians. Trusted on site. Visit us at josephandthomasopticians.com.
Back in here, Dylan Patemry alongside me, Joe Rice, for this matchup at KP High School between King Philip and Milford. It's been all King Philip so far, leading 27-0, and the second half has been even more KP dominant.
Yeah.
As they have tired out this Milford defense, who looked decent in the first half, but with the offense unable to stay out on the field, they've become extremely fatigued.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly. I mean, unfortunately, the offense just hasn't been able to control the football to give their defense a chance. I mean, it feels like every play the Milford offense is putting the ball on the ground or throwing an interception.
And going up against I formation after I formation isn't any more fun either as a defense with no passing.
Certainly not.
Now they're lined up in the full house formation. Underneath center is Gebhard, and he's going to go ahead and chug along and get the first down and more, coming up just shy of the end zone at about the 3-yard line.
That's good for Warriors.
58 seconds on the clock. They're going to go quickly in the full house again. This time they're going to give it to Greenwood, who punches his way up, and he's going to be shy just about the 1-yard line.
Ryan Greenwood on the carry for King Philip.
And now they'll go back to the huddle. I do believe they have to run at least one more play before the end of the quarter.
Looks like they're going to bring out a heavier set as well, they being King Philip. There's about 30 seconds left in this quarter.
As they have Gebhard trot back out towards the huddle for 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Once again into the full house. King is the halfback. Gebhard under center. Gets a snap. He's going to hand it to Greenwood, who's met right around the line of scrimmage.
He didn't get it.
Unable to find his way in. And that's going to do it for the quarter. We will flip the entire field to the other side as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Scores 27-0 when we get back on MyFM 101.3.
The Pool Store, that's all about fun. Let the pool and spa experts at Crystal Pool & Spa Bellingham be your source for all your pool and spa supplies. Crystal Pool & Spa is the area's leading pool store for families who want to spend less time maintaining the pool and more time enjoying it. Crystal Pool offers the largest selection of pool products under one roof to meet your pool needs and budget. Booking now for openings and closings for 2026. Crystal Pool and Spa, Route 140 in Bellingham, 508-966-1322.
Milford Regional Rehabilitation and Sports Medicine offers physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and sports and services at convenient appointment hours in Milford, Franklin, and Northbridge. To learn more, visit milfordregional.org/rehab. UMass Memorial Health Milford Regional is committed to providing exceptional healthcare services to our community with dignity, compassion, and respect.
Well, we have flipped the field here at King Philip High School as Milford trots down. Again, it's going to be ball on the 1-yard line for 3rd and goal as we get ready for 4th quarter action. It's been 2 attempts with the fullback Greenwood from the goal line that have been unable to get in. Milford will have to stop him another 2 times here, preventing a gain of 1. Gebhard gets the call from Coach Brian Lee and goes back towards the huddle and lets the players know the call, and they break. Out they come into the full house formation. The halfback is King. They're now actually all lined up, and it's going to be Gebhard himself trying to push his way and attempting to punch the ball out multiple times was Milford. He's not going to have enough. He gets stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. And, I mean, hey, Milford was playing till the whistle.
They did. They did a good job playing to the whistle, too.
I'm not sure who that was with the jackhammer of a right arm. But, I mean, if you don't hear the whistle and you see the ball, just try and punch it out.
Brings up 4th down.
So it's going to bring up 4th down, and obviously KP is going to go for it here.
Yeah, even if you get stopped in this situation, you make Milford go 99.9 yards as that ball is at the inch line, it feels like.
They tried to push. They lined up the full house into a 4-in-a-row kind of formation just to try and throw Milford off. We'll see what they go with here now. They're going to go in the full house. We'll see if Gebhard's going to keep it himself or give the handoff. King is yet to get a goal line touch here so far on this drive. Gebhard goes, and he's going to give it to the fullback, who's stuffed once again. Well, how about that for a stand from the Milford team and showing some life?
Yeah, great job by the Milford defense, obviously not giving up in this game. They had 4 chances to punch the ball in from inside the 3-yard line, and they couldn't do it. It's a great job right there by the Milford defense, who's been, in my opinion, pretty impressive in this game.
And that's one you're going to take, and you're going to look back at the film, and you're going to be really happy about.
Absolutely.
That you were able to stop a very strong KP run offense, and that was all starters out there as well. But now you got a really tough situation for yourself.
You're not really worried about the scoreboard at this point. If you can go 99 yards after a goal line stand, that's a big positive going into next week.
So we'll see how Milford chooses to attack this one as the offense trots out back there. As you mentioned, 99 yards and some change to go down. They're going to be lined up in the shotgun as we always see them. Lacerbo with Rosenberg on his right hip. 2 wide receivers split out to either side. Lacerbo gets a snap. He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to launch one down the field looking for Finnemore and just beyond his reach around the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it was a good throw from Lacerbo. Finnemore just a little bit underneath the football, couldn't reach his arms out and get it. It was pretty good coverage that time by Patrick Terrio as well, the junior cornerback. And I think that if Terrio didn't impede Finnemore just slightly, he probably catches that ball in stride.
Yeah, I do. I like the aggressive play call, right, because everyone's thinking it's going to be a run play, and you're able to get the time and throw it over the top, and just missed out on Finnemore. They're going to line up same formation in the shotgun. Rosenberg, they're back on the right hip of Lacerbo. Lacerbo waiting and gets the snap. He's going to drop back to pass. Once again, he's getting pressured. He's going to chuck one up, and that one is going to be picked off. And then a flag is going to be thrown.
I think it's going to be on Milford. I think it will be on Milford. We will see.
Lacerbo took a nasty hit in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, KP is celebrating. I think this is going to be offensive pass interference.
Yeah, so
down the field.
It'll be waved off. It was Jerry Springer coming away with the catch. How about that for a name? Jerry.
Oh, that was good.
So he's gonna get the
Number
pick
2,
in.
Jerry Springer.
It was just a hope throw from Lacerbo.
It was. I mean, he was under pressure immediately. The only few times in this game where KP has generated pressure, it's been untouched pressure, and Lacerbo hasn't had an opportunity to look down the field. This time, he has no choice but to get rid of the football. He's in the end zone, so it's either take a safety or try to make something out of nothing. He elects to throw it deep down the field. He at least gets the ball further down the field here.
So the ball will be right at the 26-yard line here for Milford for KP. They're lined up in the shotgun, 2 running backs. They're going to go ahead and hand this one off over towards the far side, and pushing his way up the edge, getting a first down right there was number 23, Owen Hurwitz.
Yeah, just catches the edge that time. No Milford players out along that edge. And he's able to cut it up the sideline and get an easy 12.
And so the Milford defense, as mentioned, after 2 plays, have to trot themselves back out on the field.
On the 15-yard line.
And after a big goal line stuff, now KP lined up on the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. They're going to go in the shotgun once again with 2 running backs. Looks like as Hurwitz out there once again on the left hip of Gebhard, as now pushing his way over towards the far side and taken down by Buentello behind the line of scrimmage.
Owen Hurwitz on the carry for
We'll see if that Milford defense can stand tall again. They've been one of the underrated things in this game, Dylan, has been the fact that they've had a lot of short fields that they've had to defend.
Yeah, and they've done a decently strong job of doing so. Clock is ticking down, right around 10 minutes left to go in this 4th quarter. Again, KP leading 27-0. As they line up now, they're going to go back to the I formation. Gebhard underneath center. The running back appears to be McDonald as they get ready. And they're going to snap the ball, and they're going to hand this one off, and it's actually number 6. Joseph Robinson, who gets a gain of about a yard
Number
back
6,
to the
Joe
original line of
Robeson
scrimmage. 3rd and
on the
10
carry
coming up.
For King Philip, brings up 3rd down. Tackle made by number
We'll
66,
see
Musty
if they
Mastrioni.
choose to keep going with the run game.
Don't see why not here, given that they're up 4 possessions, under 10 to play. Right now, they've got about a 32-yard field goal. Not sure what the kicking situation looks like, but it could be doable.
The running back this time in the backfield will be Hurwitz once again in the I formation. Gebhard underneath center. It's going to be handed off, and that one is plowed up through the middle.
It's coming back. I think this is going to be on the fullback. I think he moved a little early.
Well, I mean, if that's the call, it should have been blown dead right away, unless I guess you're calling a legal shift. We'll see what the call is. Fullback didn't look like he nudged himself up early. Yeah, it is going to be a legal shift right there. Or illegal formation, I guess. Right? Isn't shift
I think it was just a flat-out false start. I don't think they whistled the play dead, though.
Okay. Because I will be honest, I've seen that 3 or 4 times now from the fullback, looking like he's going just slightly early.
Yeah, I agree.
So they are going to back him up. And so now it's going to be 3rd and 15 from the 20-yard line. I formation once again. Tight ends flip sides. Now onto the far side. They're going to go again and give it to Hurwitz once again, who finds about a gain of 5 back to the original line of scrimmage. 4th down coming from the 15-yard line. As mentioned, it would be a 32-yarder.
Brings up 4th down.
And it doesn't look like the kicker is coming his way out.
So now, if you're King Philip, if you elect to go for it, this is where you think about passing, obviously, with it being 4th and 10.
For sure. We'll see if Milford can come up with another big stop. It'll be huge, and some momentum from this defense coming up with 2 big stops here in the 4th quarter. Clock trickles down to 8:08 on the clock. They get the call. They break out of, and they are lined up in I formation.
Seen a few times here, the play action has worked a lot.
Gebhard underneath center. Tight end once again flips. They're going to go ahead, and they're going to fake the handoff. It's going to be a bootleg from the quarterback, and he fools absolutely everyone. And Gebhard's able to trot into the end zone and makes it 33-0.
It's a great play call. You haven't seen that all game. They go for it on 4th and 10. It looks like they're just going to give it to the second back through. Nice sell by the quarterback who can walk into the end zone. It's 33-0 KP.
Yeah, that's something you've seen at the pro level quite a few times. I think one of the most notable ones is Peyton Manning, who pulled that one off on the Patriots. And I know Belichick still hates that play every single time he sees it. Probably one of his most hated play that he's given up. As the kick is up, and it is good. And 34-0 is the score with 7:28. That's going to keep tricking as we have running clock here on MyFM 101.3.
Flood Pro of Franklin is proud to stand with our local athletes. From floods to fire, they restore more than property, they restore peace of mind. Visit floodfirepro.com, supporting our high school football team all season long.
At ABC Air Heating and Cooling, we believe in hard work on the field and in your home, serving Northridge families with expert heating and cooling service. We're proud to sponsor this football season. Visit abcairheatingandcooling.com, where comfort wins.
Back here at King Philip, as mentioned.
Caught sleeping there, Dylan.
Yeah, it's okay. 34-0 is the score for KP. They've showed their dominance, and we're at the running clock now, so it'll keep on ticking. We have exactly 6 minutes and 30 seconds till the game will be over. Kickoff is over towards Finnemore, who receives at the 10-yard line now, comes over towards the near side, tries to cut up field, sheds one tackle, but is pulled down. And we have some extracurricular activities.
14,
Nothing comes of it for flag-wise. Ball will be taken over for Milford at the 26-yard line for themselves.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe every possession in this second half for Milford offensively has resulted in a turnover.
I believe.
Ball's going to be placed on the 26-yard line.
I think you are correct. I'm trying to remember a fourth down of a turnover on downs, because otherwise they have punted it.
In the second half?
Oh, in the second half.
Sorry, I should have specified that.
Not in the second half. I don't think they have. I'm trying to. Did they have one punt? I'm trying to remember if that was the first half or not when Buentello punted from over here. I think that was the first half. So I do think
they've had 3 possessions in the second half, and each one has resulted in a turnover.
I do believe you are correct. Sorry, KP did take a timeout, so that's why we continued our conversation. Now, Milford is going to come out and just try to, really get anything going here on offense.
Yeah.
You'd like to see them maybe connect a few passes, get some big run plays. As now KP will trot themselves back out. Milford's going to be in the shotgun. Reese, the back offset to the left hip of Lacerbo. He's going to get this handoff up the middle, squirts his way through and finds a hole and chugs along for a gain of about 15.
It's a nice run right there from Milford, probably their best of the day.
Yeah, Reese has looked pretty promising so far. A good look for a freshman running back.
I believe that's their first down as well of this half.
I think you might be right there. They haven't ran a whole lot of plays.
They haven't had many plays in the second half, that's for sure.
So ball's going to be spotted on the 41-yard line for 1st and 10 as the clock's at 5:15 right here. Shotgun formation. Reese again, the running back offset. 2 wide receivers split to either side of the line. Ball on the near side hash. They're going to hand it off once again to Reese. This time he's not going to go much further. Met for a gain of about 2. That'll bring up a 2nd and 8. Got to give a lot of credit to the Milford faithful who came out to watch today's effort and have stuck around with it through thick and thin.
We got to regroup quickly as they have another tough task next week. See if they can clean up the turnovers. If they can do that, they could be in the game. Well, they could have been in this game if they just cleaned up the turnovers.
It's been a long time since Milford's been back home.
It has been.
A long road trip and the bye. As they get the snap this time, Reese is going to run it halfback off tackle. They'll only get a gain of about a yard to set up 3rd down. As mentioned, Milford's going to go ahead and face off against Franklin. You and I were at that game last year that went into overtime. That was an exciting matchup.
Great game. Milford figured things out towards the end of last year. That was one of those games where they had a lead. It felt like they were going to win, but it just kind of slipped away.
Franklin is currently leading Bishop Feehan at the moment, 13-7. So they're going to look to come into this game with a lot of momentum. Medfield is now leading Bellingham 34-7. As they come on out. Have a little stat from the professor when we come after this play. As lined up in the shotgun for 3rd down is Lacerbo. As he's going to pitch it over to Reese on the far side. And he's pulled
Ball's
down
out.
and the ball's loose. Well, Joe, that streak isn't going to end for the second half of turnovers. It's going to be KP ball once again for a 4th down that was coming up.
Yeah, and that was just a pitch over to the left side. I don't know if the ball was punched out or what. I couldn't tell because there was a pile over near that far sideline, but KP hops right on the ball. That's 4 drives, 4 turnovers for Milford. Timeout Milford as well.
So going back to Milford's away stretch, by the time Milford's next home game occurs, which is October 30th against Franklin, the Scarlet Hawks will have played just twice at home in 370 days.
Wow. Wow. That's a lot.
Playing 9 of their last 11 games on the road. Obviously, 2 of those coming in the playoffs.
Right.
On that end of being the lower seed, but just 2 games in 300, that's just over a year, is a pretty wild statistic, and one you'll only get from the professor.
That's right. Shout out Steve Watson. He's here in attendance today. I'm sure he'll be breaking down this game with you in minute detail tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to really want to talk. I'm going to get a grumpy Steve Watson tomorrow morning.
He's going to be in a bad mood, but
on top of what the Bruins have done the last couple days and some of the
wait till
opinions.
his takes.
Wait, yeah, make sure you tune into the Buzz tomorrow. I'm sure me and Steve are going to have some heated debates over certain players getting traded. As they trot back out, 2:59 left to go in this quarter. Lined up I formation is KP just over the half at the 49 of Milford. They're going to hand this one off. A new back out there, number 21, Chris Brown. We got some celebrities out here.
We do. They have a very star-studded cast over in King Philip.
We had Jerry Springer with the pick, and now we got Chris Brown running the ball, the sophomore running back. He's got a similar build to me, 5'6", 150. I would die if I was out on the field, though. There's a reason I stopped playing football in the 3rd grade. Back out in the I formation after the gain of 2 for 2nd and 8. Again, they're just going to wait until the back judge's arm goes up, so you can pretty much chalk this one to over with the running clock. It's just basically a formality at this point.
Got to play through. Got to play to the 000s.
We'll see if Milford tries to get a turnover of their own. They're going to go ahead and hand the ball off once again. I believe that's Brown, and it'll be a gain of about 3. And notably, there is a backup quarterback in, and you want to talk about celebrities.
Zolak.
Well, it's Brody Zolak, who's the quarterback right now. We did see Scott walk his way up. Obviously, they'll have the Patriots playing this weekend. We'll be talking about that tomorrow as well.
Number 19, Brody Zolak.
Patriots have been doing pretty well.
Yeah, they've been doing pretty well. I'm sure you'll be talking about that tomorrow.
That'll be something positive we can at least discuss.
Look at where 27 lines up for Milford. I'm curious to see if he's lining up off sides. It's close.
It is very, very close. Again, from our vantage, we're almost right on the line of scrimmage, which is located at the 43-yard line. For 3rd and 5, they're going to hand it off once again to Brown, and he puts that head down.
Yeah, that should do it.
And gets the 1st down.
I think they got to run one more play here.
Chris Brown on the carry for King Philip.
I do believe so. There's a minute on the clock. We'll go ahead, and KP is going to end up coming away with the win in this one. as the clock is down to 40 seconds. All they got to do is just kneel the ball.
They brought the starters back out to just finish this game off, take the final knee.
Yeah, I think the last thing you want to do, too, is get a fumble on the QB kneel down, and he will do just that. And so the clock will trickle down for the last couple of seconds, but KP is going to go ahead and take the win in this one, 34-0. When we come back, it'll be the Milford Nissan and Milford Nissan Collision Center postgame show on MyFM 101.3.
Want to make your event unforgettable? Let the 101.3 MyFM event marketing team bring the energy and excitement. Whether it's a festival, corporate event, or community celebration, we've got you covered with live broadcasts, DJ equipment, rentals, and more.
We'll work with you to create a custom bundle that fits your needs. Visit myfmtoday.com and fill out our EMT request form. Let's make your next big occasion one to remember. Together with MyFM.
Have you been to Galliford's Restaurant and Tavern at Southwick Zoo in Mendon? The Brewer family welcomes you to enjoy their delicious, freshly prepared entrees. Galliford's is not just a restaurant, but a culinary experience, featuring family-style New England comfort food. Check out the Daniels Room, a private function room to accommodate any occasion needed, even a wedding on the grounds of the zoo. The holiday season is waiting for you at the zoo. Go to Southwick Zoo's website to check the date and times of the all-new holiday experience. Make Southwick Zoo and Galliford's a holiday tradition.
Do you want your business, team, or family to look their best? Head to the Embroidery Bar in Milford, your local shop for custom embroidery and t-shirt design. From shirts to hats, cups to flasks, if you can dream it, they can stitch it.
I'm John, co-owner of the Embroidery Bar. We're right here in Milford, and we love helping local schools, teams, and businesses show off their pride. Big or small, we've got you covered.
Stop by the Embroidery Bar at 208 Main Street, second floor, right here in Milford. Or you can visit them online at theembroidery-bar.com. The Embroidery Bar in Milford, the local go-to for looking your best.
I need new glasses, but those chain stores are all the same. Rush service, limited choices.
That's why we're at Joseph and Thomas Opticians. They've been in Milford for over 38 years, and their selection is amazing.
Wow, these frames actually fit me, and they're helping me pick the best lenses for my lifestyle.
That's the difference. Personal service, great quality, and no pressure.
You're right. Forget the chains. This is where I'm coming from now on.
Joseph and Thomas Opticians. Trusted on site. Find us at 138 South Main Street, Milford.
You know that amazing feeling when you hit every green light on Main Street? Woohoo! Take that feeling with you when you start shopping for your new home. With a mortgage pre-approval from Milford Federal, you've got the green light to find your dream home. Why get pre-approved? Well, peace of mind, competitive edge, and savings. With your pre-approval, Milford Federal will pay for your appraisal when you find your home. And with your pre-approval in hand, it's nothing but green lights through closing. Appraisal fee to be credited at closing. New purchase, construction, or refinance customer only. Offer cannot be used in conjunction with any other discount. Offer must be confirmed with application. Valid 2/24/2025 while offer lasts. Offer subject to change at any time. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 465956. Visit your local branch today to get pre-approved or apply online at milfordfederal.com.
This high school broadcast is being sponsored in part by All Temps Systems. At All Temps, they deliver the highest level of quality for your comfort. Experienced technicians, customer-first mindset, and upfront pricing, all at All Temps for one team. All Temps Systems, Pond Street in Milford.
Don't be fooled by the name Pepperoncini's Pizzeria. It's not just pizza. Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill at East Main Street in Milford is a family restaurant with a full menu for your full family. From their great tasting appetizers to game time wings on the bone tossed in a multitude of different flavors. Pepperoncini's offers catering for all corporate events as well as private parties. For the best pizza in the Milford area, it's Pepperoncini's. Bring the family to Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill. You won't leave hungry. Gluten-free pizza on the menu.
Are you thinking about buying a new car or maybe looking to refinance an existing car loan? At Homefield Credit Union, we offer competitive rates on new car purchases as well as car loan refinancing. And with our Auto Advisor program, Homefield Credit Union can help you get a fair and competitive price on a new or used vehicle while financing directly with the credit union. Homefield Credit Union, banking with a Homefield advantage. Stop by or call today, 508-839-5493, 138 South Main Street in Milford and at 86 Worcester Street in North Grafton.
Welcome back in as we get ready for the Milford Nissan and Milford Nissan Collision Center postgame show. Dylan Patemry here alongside me, Joe Rice, closing out today's game. 34-0, the KP win. At halftime, it was a lot closer, but the second half, just not a lot going on for Milford.
No, and it was really a result of turning the ball over. I felt that was the difference in the second half. Milford battled hard in that first half. That's because they didn't turn the ball over too much. KP did a good job going down the field at the end of the first half, which felt like it changed all the tides in that game.
Yeah, and I mean, while the KP offense looked strong and they did what they needed to do, it was really Milford that lost this game.
As Dylan almost falls over
that just sums up how today has gone.
Yeah. No, it was Milford that lost this game. I felt that if they played a clean game, they could have been in this game. That obviously wasn't the case. It was anything but a clean game, starting from the first snap.
Yeah, for sure. And Milford is unfortunately gonna now drop to 4-3 on the season, and while playing KP will boost their opponent rating, their average margin that was sitting just above 1 is going to drop significantly, and we'll see how that factors in to their power rankings as they look to push for the playoffs and have probably fallen out of a home game now.
Yeah, it feels that way unless they can get a big win against Franklin next week. But right now, they should drop a little bit in the power rankings for sure.
So their focus is going to go on to next week, where they're going to have to face up against a very, very tough Franklin team. And Joe, what is this team got to do during practice this week?
Play clean football. They got to make sure that they are cleaning things up this week offensively. At least I shouldn't say dominate. At least teeter the time of possession towards the middle. Right now, today, it was all King Philip with the ball, it felt like, especially in that second half.
Yeah, and so we'll head over to the King Philip side of things as we announce our Pepperoncini's player of the game. Go ahead and get your phones ready as we get ready to announce it. You can call to the station as the Pepperoncini's player of the game was Keegan Canton Osorio, who just absolutely dictated the pace of that back room for KP.
Yeah, it felt like KP kind of had some difficulties in the first half of that first half. The first quarter plus, they were trying to figure things out, and obviously Keegan was key in changing the trajectory of this game.
Yeah, he was absolutely phenomenal, had a touchdown and multiple running yards, multiple big first downs as well.
Yep. He was key on that on that last touchdown drive of the first half as well.
So he's your Pepperoncini's player of the game. Again, we close out the night as KP gets the win, 34-0. I'd like to thank Nate Merwitz back at the station doing all the producing. Ty McCormick on the camera, as always. Joe Rice alongside me. I'm Dylan Patemry signing off for the night. Have a nice night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to MyFM 101.3's coverage of high school football. Brought to you by Milford Federal Bank, Joseph and Thomas Opticians, Milford Regional UMass Memorial Health, Crystal Pool and Spa, The Embroidery Bar in Milford, All Temp System, Milford Hardwood, Oliva's Market Catering and Gourmet Gift Shop, Pepperoncini's, Winks Salon and Spa, ABC Air Heating and Cooling, Milford Tire Service, Southwick Zoo, American Climbers, GNC Plumbing and Heating, Flood Fire Pro, Modern Design and Build, and Milford Nissan and Milford Nissan Collision Center. Now we send you back to your regularly scheduled programming.